just dropped it. It was so short on the inside. Here it is again. Boom! Right on the button. Sends him down. And he really wasn't that hurt. And this is when he jumped on him before he pushed. Oh, man.
And he had his left hand up high, ready for a counter shot or for throwing in between the shots.
Right, but he threw it so short, it hit the chin instead of the temple.
And this one is being waved off. So David Lopez heading back to the bank.
So did that count as the first round, money round? In those short exchanges, he really punished him.
So David Lopez, the 5th knockout of his pro career. Lightning strikes in the first round once again.
I think Sims is saying something over there in the Lopez's corner about his eye. I don't know, but those were some hard shots he took.
Well, and again, Sims was about a half second away from this fight just being waved off anyway.
Yes.
And Sims, whatever decision he made in the corner there, clearly had not fully recovered from what happened in the final 20 seconds.
Respect. You don't get too many times a young guy the age of Lopez punching as short, sharp, and hard as he is. 6 fights coming out with a rapper. Says a lot. We got high hopes for the kid.
We take a look back at the knockout here. This knockout bonus presented by the General. This is how this one ended.
Just, not all of these shots were flush, but they were hard. They were hard. And I swore the referee jumped in to stop that fight, because those shots were landing on the temple, especially that left hook he just threw right there. He just threw a barrage saying, let me try and get this kid out of here in the first round. See, he doesn't appear to be hurt, Sims.
All right, we are ready to make this one official, so let's send it back up to Lupe.
Inside the OTX ring, the blue corner informs referee Malik Waleed they are unable to continue, obligating him to stop this contest upon the conclusion of round number 1, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, remaining undefeated and taking home the KO bonus presented by the General, David Dynamite Lopez.
Well, even with all the power David Lopez has in that right hand, he can barely lift the amount of cash that's in that duffel bag there. David Lopez just continues to cash the KO bonuses here in Atlanta.
How do they get the money to stay in the bag without falling out?
I mean, we're in a Hollywood studio, right?
Yeah,
there's someone is around here that's good at that.
Exactly.
Another knockout performance for David Dynamite Lopez. The pride of the Bay Area, one of the hottest prospects in boxing.
They're trying to stop that bloody nose. I mean, he was in there with a kid who didn't have, much experience in the pros, but actually wasn't too bad. Like I said in the beginning, wasn't too bad, but he got him out of there. Swift, hard shots.
All right, we're ready to hear from David Lopez. He's standing by with Ak.
Thanks, Corey. Congratulations on an explosive performance. In that first round, Sims seemed like he came on pretty strong. He landed a couple of jabs early. What did you take from the first 20 seconds or so that made you turn into another gear and you were going up with the high guard with an agenda to stop this fight?
The game plan was to come in and set my defense. So my pop said, just come in, fill him out, see what he's capable of. And then, I see he didn't really have nothing for me. So I just went and put my foot on the gas.
Was that a jab that landed on your nose that's causing it to bleed like that?
This guy right here, he hit me with like some type of headbutt in camp. So I've been having a bloody nose all camp. If you go look at my Instagram, I was sparring, like my nose was bleeding. So I kind of knew this was going to happen, but we got the win.
We can't let him go to camp anymore. So listen, obviously you're establishing yourself as a knockout artist. I mean, there are a lot of prospects making noise, and you're making that type of noise. You're ending fights quick. Is that the type of fighter you want to be seen as, a knockout artist?
Exactly. You know, I want to be an explosive fighter that the fans look forward to seeing when it's my time to fight. So most definitely.
So listen, your dad is here. You guys obviously have a strategic plan on your way to the top. How many times do you want to see him fight next year?
4 to 6 times. Yeah.
He said 4 in the fighter meetings, but you look so impressive. I think you could go out another 2 times this year. Congratulations, David. Phenomenal performance.
Thank you so much. Hold up. I love you, mama.
Guys.
Thank you so much, Ak. So David Lopez heading back to the bank once again as we take a look at his latest knockout performance here in Atlanta.
Ooh, that was a swift short right hand, right on the button. Total domination. Barely had any shots landed from Sims. So he was defensively sound at the same time, but at the end of the day, his offense was his defense.
Lopez, in some way, robbed of the perfect highlight by the round ending.
Yeah.
And Sims eventually quitting in his corner. But David Lopez, another knockout performance. And speaking of knockouts, coming up, we've got 2 knockout kings, 35 knockouts between the 2 of these men. The 19-0 Malik Mayhem Montgomery taking on the longtime contender, Desert Storm, Zachariah Lucas.
The winner of this fight will definitely be seen as the greatest.
We're back, baby. Misfits 19.
Look what I do to my... I break faces.
You said you'd break my jaw if you ever saw me. You've been nothing but salamu alaikums when you see me.
Are you ready? Live on the zone. Pay-per-view.
Seen the size of me, the shoulders, the width. I'm way bigger than you.
The world was against me, and I still win every time.
Qatar card. It's gonna be crazy.
I promise you. You're trying to find out.
You're gonna be waking up on the floor.
Do you think we're gonna have a wager?
When you gotta fit 29 hours into a 24-hour day. I know I'm good when that C4 hits. It's go time. Hello? Ni hao. Bonjour. Because before you know it, it's another day and you gotta be ready to go. So let's f***ing go.
It's showtime, and there's no better way to win on boxing than with DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, you can get this knockout offer and take your shot at victory during the big bout. Feel the boxing action from the opening bell to the final blow with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app, enter the promo code, and get in on this great offer before the first punch. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
So we are ready for our next contest, and it is a potential show stealer, the volume punching specialist, Malik Montgomery, a minus 1,400 favorite in this one against Zachariah Lucas, a plus 750 underdog. Remember, Montgomery missed weight by close to 6 pounds, so maybe some people having a look at that plus 750 for the Fighting Marine. And we take a look at the tail of the tape. Malik Mayhem Montgomery, Zachariah Desert Storm Lucas. We mentioned that the weight of Malik Montgomery coming in overweight for this one. Lucas still agreeing to fight, and you see the measurables. Montgomery enjoying a height advantage, but not a reach advantage. Lucas, throughout his career, has always been deceptively long, and as mentioned, he's been a contender for many years. Malik Montgomery taking a big step up here tonight in Hotlanta.
Yeah, you know, there's always a reason why a fighter comes in overweight.
Making his ring
no
walk.
excuse.
Zachariah Lucas.
So Zachariah Lucas makes his way to the ring, and he was ranked inside the WBA's top 15 less than 2 years ago. This is a man who shared the ring with Raymond Ford, had a very controversial fight against King Tug that he very well could have won if some things went to other directions, but this is a man who works his boxing training around being a full-time sergeant in Namibia's Marine Corps. This time out, he was able to spend camp with Bruce Shushu Carrington as he prepared for his win on the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson undercard. But guys, in normal times, he wakes up at 4:30 to begin training, then he goes to his military duties at 8 a.m., and then comes back to the boxing gym at 5 p.m. When did this man sleep?
Never, and he still hasn't slept yet. But you know what? He's super disciplined. You could tell that by his career. But you know what? Being in a camp with a guy like Shushu is great. It's high-level sparring. But what about the style difference? Montgomery was gonna jump on you.
His counterpart, Malik Montgomery.
Say I'm the beast, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama played it in the form. Regardless, my daddy told me keep it heat even when I'm in forwards. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me cause I'm the biggest.
So Malik Montgomery looking to bring the mayhem again here tonight. He's got one of the top knockout percentages in terms of top 130 pounders, world-class 130 pounders, and he's also got one of the highest punch outputs as well. This is the guy who's averaged close to 100 punches per round in previous fights, and when he trains, he says that he cannot dip below 400 punches per round on the heavy bag.
You know, and he also, for this camp, he credits the hard to make weight because of the strength training. He had a new strength training. He gained a lot of muscle, so it was tough for him. But he told me, you know, off the record that he's ready for any big 130-pounder in the world.
We continue on professional boxing's newest proving ground. OTX Friday Night Fights, powered by C4 Energy. This contest, set for a distance of 10 rounds or less in the lightweight division. Our judges once again, we have Pat Cronin, along with Ed Canner and Carl Williams. Presenting first, in the blue corner, this power-punching fighter and perennial contender from the African continent is making his OTX debut in his 30th professional bout with an outstanding record of 26 victories against only 2 losses, 1 bout even, and 18 of his victories coming by way of knockout. From Windhoek, Namibia, Zachariah Desert Storm Lucas. Across the ring in the red corner tonight, he returns for the 3rd time against his most experienced opposition to date and continues his quest towards a world title opportunity, putting his undefeated record on the line of 19-0. 17 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Representing his people from Macon, Georgia, Malik Mayhem Montgomery. With last words and final instructions, referee Nate Mann.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules earlier. We will have a clean fight. Make sure you listen for my voice at all times. When I say break, please have a clean break. Hands up, 2 steps back. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Come out fighting.
Zachariah Lucas's only 2 losses have all, or both happened when he took fights on short notice. He took the King Tug fight on 5 days' notice.
And won that.
He could have fought you, yes. He took the Ray Ford fight on 3 weeks' notice. Much more notice here tonight. 35 knockouts between these 2 men, and they're looking to cash in on that power as we've entered the money round, presented by the General, who gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most.
You know, Lucas is such a nice guy. In the fighter meetings, he wasn't even that upset that Montgomery came overweight. He said, listen, I have nothing negative to say about that.
He's in the Marines.
He's disciplined.
He doesn't care. I mean,
Keep it
you
clean,
can see
keep
the
it clean, fight out.
The size difference
Stop.
is ridiculous.
Hands up. Stop
Montgomery
punching.
is just way bigger
Fight.
than him. And you know, I love Montgomery. I think he's a great kid.
Stop.
I never believe
Watch that
any
hand.
fighter that says
Fight.
weight training got me, you know, too big and I'm overweight for weight training. You ain't gaining that much muscle, man. I've been working out longer than you've been alive.
In other words, that's a nice way of saying I couldn't make weight.
It's all good, Malik. The fight's still happening. Just go in there and take care of business.
Well, this, guys, is a Malik Montgomery type fight. This is exactly how things looked when he fought Cesar Juarez earlier this year on Overtime. Maybe the best fight that we've had on Overtime Boxing this year.
Absolutely.
Montgomery so far just ravaging the 40-year-old body of Zachariah Lucas.
Lucas is firing back, but Montgomery's shots are just more thumping, a lot louder, a lot harder. You can see that immediately as soon as this fight starts. These guys do not want to throw any jabs. They're ready to stay in the phone booth and just trade shots. High guard, good body attack.
The one guy just has the better balance. You know, he's positioning himself properly.
A big left hook there. That one snapped the head back of Lucas.
And that's Montgomery.
Yeah, he throws a jab to the body and great right hand right after that.
Guys, Montgomery has landed a couple shots already in this first round that have lifted the back foot of Lucas up. And that is not a good sign as Lucas going into the trenches. We know he's not afraid to do that in the literal sense of the word as well. But Montgomery is just all over him here in the first round.
Yeah, you know, Lucas is a vet, and he only has 2 losses, but despite of Montgomery's, you know, maybe lack of discipline and not making weight, he's still a special young talent and a special young fighter. And Lucas is just overmatched tonight, guys.
Yeah, overmatched, and it appears to be that he's being overwhelmed. And these shots are hurting Lucas out there.
1-2 down the middle there from Montgomery. Look at these left hooks from Montgomery.
Good job.
The action just never stops as Montgomery has Lucas in a little bit of trouble already. Lucas just hoping to make his way to his stool in the next 10 seconds. Montgomery.
Sometimes a fighter doesn't know how to make adjustments even when he gets hurt. Still stays in the pocket.
All out mayhem from Montgomery in the opening round.
Wow, phenomenal start from Montgomery. He's trying to make everybody forget about those couple of pounds. Fun fighter to watch.
Fun fighter, overweight, but he's throwing some heavy shots. That right hand right there was perfect. I think it was a shot to the body that really, really hurt him. And that uppercut was precision, and that's what made his back leg kind of come up off the canvas. And then he pushed him in that corner, was just unloading Montgomery. I mean, it's just some hard shots.
Guys, I know it's early, but I just don't see this fight going the distance because of those hard shots being landed this early in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas looked a little dismayed, you know, with some of those shots, but he's a warrior, you know, in and outside the ring.
But he still has another 9 rounds to go, or less.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
Round 2 underway as Malik Montgomery looks to continue that offensive onslaught, which we've seen from him throughout his career. There was a point in his fight against Alima Jumakhanov on Fox back in 2021. Inside round 6, he had already landed 200 punches. And Montgomery, I would have to say, is probably putting up some pretty gaudy numbers already.
You know, only 2 fights went to distance, you know, in Montgomery's career. You know, a lot of big punchers, they always tell you that they let the knockout come. I like Montgomery's honesty when he tells you, I go into every fight to score a knockout. As he's stalking Lucas right now to do so.
Nice body shot again from Montgomery. You can hear that throughout Corey Studios here.
And you can feel it, the sweat landing on our paperwork.
You just love that it's Corey Studios, don't you, Corey?
This is fantastic.
I like what Montgomery does. I like that he shoots power shots from mid-range and close range.
But look at those 146 punches thrown already from Malik Montgomery.
But he landed 52 punches, and we haven't even done 2 rounds yet. That is incredible.
I mean, that goes to show you that, despite of what you said earlier, Barack, he's still in good condition.
Well, certainly the cardio of Malik Montgomery has never been in question. This was a star cross-country runner. This was a star wrestler in high school, on top of being a boxer.
At one point, he was in the Sean Porter's camp. He was part of their team. And Sean Porter, you barely see him tired.
Yeah, the same type of mentality shared by the Porters and the Montgomerys.
Well, Sean's father, he wouldn't allow you to get tired enough.
Nice right hand there from Lucas, and he cleans it up with a left hook.
Yes. Good counter shot.
But listen, that is the reality with hyper-volume punchers. You are going to get hit because you open yourself up. You're right in front of guys. But Montgomery just doesn't care and just doesn't stop.
Barack was about to say this is about to be a fight.
I was about to say that. That shouldn't have been called a knockdown.
Yes, he did land a shot.
He landed a shot, but then Malik's body pushed him down. But he was hurt. He was definitely hurt.
He's reacting like someone who's appreciative
because he was hurt. He was hurt.
So did Lennox Lewis do to Mike Tyson after he landed that shot.
15 seconds left in the round as Montgomery looking to close the show here.
Southpaw.
Oh, good run.
Lucas just trying to find a safe space, but there is nowhere to run from Malik Montgomery.
Hey, Barack, I mean,
punish him.
Tell me am I wrong, though, but I see also a little bit of Abdullah Mason in there, the way he's attacking with those body shots, is that same aggressiveness and sharp punching.
Just different technique, but yeah.
Slightly, yeah.
I mean, Abdullah showed that he just a warrior in there, get hurt and still press his guy. But this round right here was just vicious. Every punch was a power punch.
Bad intentions.
Beautiful uppercut. I love that. And see, this is what I'm talking about. You see, it wasn't the punch that he wasn't going to go down. He was not going to go down. He was kind of pushed down a little bit. But he was hurt. He was hurt. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. Good job, Brad.
And he's not even breathing in the corner there, Corey.
Wow.
He's in great condition.
On the other hand, Lucas is really spent.
I wonder if, these guys want to wait to the last round for the extra cash to try to score that knockout.
Not Montgomery. He wants to knock you out before the bell rings.
While you're still in the corner.
Before you start.
Round 3 underway, and Montgomery going right back downstairs to the body. Remember, this is a man with amateur wins over Albert Bell, Elijah Pierce, Shushu Carrington, who of course Lucas was training with, and Edgar Berlanga. Montgomery turned pro after 2 disputed losses to Teofimo Lopez in the Olympic qualifiers, and that's always kind of been in the back of his mind, seeing Lopez reach the heights that he has as he's trying to reach them himself. And a win over Lucas here tonight would put him pretty close to getting the types of fights that he's been talking about.
Right, I think he's going to do very, very good in the 130-pound division, but you just got to make weight. You got to be professional no matter what. There's no excuses in this game.
That's the beauty of boxing. A lot of these young, talented fighters have met in the amateurs and took losses and wins, but you might always get an opportunity to get your lick back in the pros.
I'm just surprised how Malik can throw these hard shots. Like, every shot is hard. That takes a lot out of a fighter, and he's not getting tired.
That is just 4 straight left uppercuts, and down goes Lucas.
4. Lucas landed some shots, and Montgomery walked right through them.
Right. And see, the thing is, those shots, it didn't daze him. He's not dazed. He's hurt. Those shots are hurting him.
Look at Montgomery like a predator hunting his prey right now, and he's got a lot of time to work with. Oh, huge right hand from Montgomery. Snaps the head back of Lucas.
I think the corner needs to start looking to throw that towel in. Pick that towel up, man.
You got to save a guy like that from himself.
Yeah,
he's a warrior.
The thing is, you know, once a guy lands 52 punches before the second round, he usually gasses out. Montgomery doesn't gas out.
I've never seen him punch himself out, so to speak. And then when he's a Viking, when he smells blood, he is not going to stop until the fight is over.
Well, he is just not stopping, period.
What I like about his onslaught and attack, guys, is that he goes upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. He's not just a headhunter.
Now, there's some creativity in between this savagery from Malik Montgomery. 30 seconds remaining in the round, and you're right, guys. I think the Lucas corner has some thinking to do, because this is just a younger, fresher, more powerful fighter just ravaging Lucas at the moment.
I think if he makes it out this round, guys, he doesn't get off his stool. Let's see if that man is at draft.
His corner's quiet.
Look at the uppercut from Montgomery. Montgomery just does not stop.
Save this veteran from himself.
I mean, he's fighting back. Oh, look, he can barely get back to his corner. Tough warrior.
Don't let him throw too many shots without you responding. That is only strong point. You see, when you let him throw too many punches, you lose out of balance. Okay. Hit with him, you catch, you shoot, you catch, you shoot. He mustn't throw more than 2 punches. He catch you with 1, you come with 2. He catch you with 1, you come with 3. That's it. And and every time when you come here, come. Don't just hit the head. Don't come here and don't do nothing, okay? When you're rhythm, this is strong. Yeah. He can't hit you anymore, he can't get you out of him. Yeah, he can't walking to him now. Now start going to him now, you see? Put your hands up. Walk to the body also, don't just aim the head. Yeah. Go to the body, go to the body. Don't get me, no. Yeah. Don't put your feet outside.
I think Lucas is saying in his mind, do you see what I'm up against? Like, how can I do that?
Take a look at those punch stats from CompuBox. Montgomery landing 123 of over 300 punches already. So
that's like a full 10-round fight already.
In some cases it is. Uppercuts just keep on coming from Montgomery. Lucas still willing to engage on the inside, although I don't know that it's really a choice for him at this point. It doesn't seem like the 40-year-old legs of Lucas can allow him to fight on the outside as we've seen him do at other points in his career. Montgomery just not allowing any space whatsoever.
Even the jab landing from Montgomery is just making a statement and snapping Lucas's head back. I think that the corner really needs to start looking close. I know that these guys have no grit in them. He's a warrior, but care about the veterans helping.
Go give me a towel. This is too much. This is too much punishment he's taking. Malik is a
very young, powerful, talented fighter. I think in 130-pound division is a problem for anybody.
Oh, get that body shot. Just crumpling Lucas.
4, 5.
And how is he even sitting up after taking that?
8.
Why is
this should be
9, 10.
And it is.
That's it.
A 4th-round knockout for Malik Montgomery as he cashes the general KO bonus.
Wow. I mean,
what a finish.
This 40-year-old Marine took a lot of punishment in this fight. A lot of punishment. He might have to look back at his career and say, okay, well done.
Zachary Lucas deserves the Purple Heart for bravery here tonight, but Malik Montgomery, way, way, way too much.
I see what you did there again. That body shot right there, I mean, wow. So sharp, right on the button. And just like a body shot, sends you right down in incredible pain.
Well, we always say with headshot knockouts, when someone lands face first, that fight is over. With body shots, if you're in the fetal position, that fight is over.
That's it, that's it.
A nasty body shot knockout from Malik Montgomery. And all credit due to the double tough Katzourakis, who just ran into an awful matchup here tonight.
Inside the OTX ring, this bout concludes with an official time. 1 minute, 40 seconds of round number 4. Your winner by way of knockout and still undefeated Malik Mayhem Montgomery.
So Malik Montgomery with a volume punching clinic to stop Katzourakis, and he is standing by with Ak.
Thanks, Corey. Malik, first off, congratulations on a very powerful, devastating finish. This is the first time you're fighting this level of veteran. People were saying your biggest test. Was it a lot easier than you expected?
No, it wasn't, because, you know, we prepared for it. As we prepared for the whole team. We prepared for our guy to be tough, be durable, be able to last, you know, have skill. And we just did what we had to do to get the victory.
You know, you said that you're the type of guy that goes for the knockout. You're not going to say, oh, if it comes. But you started that from the very first round. What was it, the money round you was chasing?
No, man. Of course, we love to get him out of that first round. But again, that's the game plan from the round 1 to the end of the fight. It's to walk your man down and to stop your man. That's how we're doing.
There was talk about you being a couple of pounds overweight. What's going to be different moving forward in camp? Because you had some changes with strength and conditioning. What are we doing different so this doesn't happen again?
Man, we sticking to what we do, man. We really wanted to put more strength, put more muscle on this fight, and that dictated, it changed how we came, you know, how we came into the fight as far as weight-wise. But, man, we're going back to basics and we doing our thing.
You know, you said you want to take your time, but with that type of performance, I mean, it seems that you're ready for any fight at 130. So can you shoot some names out there? If you had it your way, who would you like to see next?
If I had it my way, man, I wanted to see one of them title holders, man. I want to see a winner never at Oscar. I want to see the winner of that, man. I want to see one of these top guys, these top 5 contenders. Let's do it.
So if you had a call for that fight up next, if it was available for you, you would take it with no question?
Absolutely, no question.
All right, and any shout out to your fans at home watching that couldn't make it today?
Man, first of all, thank God, man. Without him, I wouldn't be here, man. Shout out to Overtime Boxing, man, for putting on these extravagant shows, man. Shout out to my sponsors, man. Guard Records, and based out of Macon, Georgia. El Sabros on Forsyth Road, Macon, Georgia, man. And, man, I appreciate my team, man. My coach, my dad, my manager, Trefon Petrov. Man, I just want to override all my fans that came out today, the ones who continue to support me, and y'all keep the dream alive.
Congratulations, phenomenal performance. Guys.
Thank you so much, Parag. Let me tell you, if Malik Montgomery fought Emmanuel Navarrete, I pray for the fingers of Lee Groves and Aris Pina counting that on CompuBox. Just get ready for calluses. If that fight ever materializes, that is television boxing, my friend.
They might give up mid-rounds, you know, because this is ridiculous. I can't believe that somebody can land this many punches in 3 rounds. From the beginning, this is literally from the beginning. He was on top of him in the phone booth, letting his hands go. And it's not like Lucas wasn't trying. It's not like he wasn't trying to punch back in between these hard shots that was landing. But he was just getting hurt. That uppercut right there was just vicious.
Listen, I know Lucas is maybe past his prime, guys, a bit of a veteran, but that type of performance is putting everybody at 130 on notice. It cannot be ignored.
No. That was the second knockdown, and he just upstairs, downstairs. I love the shot to the body. Just softening up the body in every round, and then after a while, he just had enough. Literally four punches to the body with the left hand.
A nasty body shot knockout from Malik Montgomery. And certainly everyone wants to see that man on their screens as quickly as possible. When you look at punch stats like this, again, that was a 4-round fight, guys, and he threw 375 punches. So throwing 400 punches around on the heavy bag, it prepares you for this. Landing 143 of them, none better than that left hand to the body that ended the night for Katzourakis.
Most 10-round fights, you don't land that. Most.
Well, this is a man who's got knockout written all over his face. The hot prospect, Nathan Lugo, the knockout artist in the amateurs, the knockout artist in the pros. And coming up, the brickbuster, Nathan Lugo, takes on Mardoche, the warrior Ilunga.
The winner of this fight will definitely be seen as the greatest.
We're back, baby. Misfits 19.
Look what I do to my... I break faces. You said you would break my jaw if you ever saw me. You've been nothing but salamu alaikums when you see me.
Are you ready? Live on the zone. Pay-per-view.
Seen the size of me, the shoulders, the width. I'm way bigger than you.
The world was against me, and I still win every time.
Qatar card. It's gonna be crazy.
I promise you. You'll around to find out.
You're gonna be waking up on the floor.
Do you think we're gonna have a wager?
When you gotta fit 29 hours into a 24-hour day, I know I'm good when that C4 hits. It's go time. Hello? Ni hao. Bonjour. Because before you know it, it's another day and you gotta be ready to go. So let's f***ing go.
It's showtime, and there's no better way to win on boxing than with DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, you can get this knockout offer and take your shot at victory during the big bout. Feel the boxing action from the opening bell to the final blow with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app, enter the promo code, and get in on this great offer before the first punch. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Back live here in Atlanta, and it is time to take a look at one of the hottest prospects in boxing, the brickbuster, Nate Lugo, who's a minus 3,500 favorite on the DraftKings Sportsbook. Tonight, taking on Mardoche Ilunga, who now makes his home in Irving, Texas. A big underdog here tonight at 1,400. And we take a look at the tail of the tape. Nate Lugo, Mardoche Ilunga. You see the measurables. The brickbuster enjoying a height and we believe reach advantage here tonight. By the way, that 5'7" listed on BoxRec, he was standing next to you, Barack, and he is taller than 5'7".
No, he's definitely taller than 5'7". They might going in be the same height.
We are ready for this super middleweight contest. We send it back up to the center of the ring.
Entering the arena, Mardoche Ilunga.
So Mardoche Ilunga makes his way to the ring, originally from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, now making his home in Irving, Texas. And he only started boxing 4 years ago. He walked into Brave Boxing in Irving. He was a soccer player back home, and he said, I want to become a professional fighter. They took him on, and he's already got one professional win, but of course, this is a major, major step up for him tonight.
Yeah, major step up. A guy who's a great amateur. He's a hard puncher already in the pros. But then again, he's a hard puncher as well, so this might be an exciting fight.
And he's at minus 1,400, you said, Corey, but so was Mario Barrios last week, and we saw what type of fight that was.
So Mardoche Ilunga, for those of you who don't have the benefit of the 12th grade French that I was afforded in Canada, Ilunga says you can anglify his name and call him Mordecai.
I'm going to start going to Canada. I'll learn some French.
5'7" guy.
5'7's not stepping over the top, bro.
Just over the top, bro.
Somebody's lying.
His opposition, Nathan Lugo.
The Brickbuster, Nathan Lugo, fired up as he makes his way to the ring for the third time as a professional. And he brings a different kind of energy to the ring, guys. He told the big dog, Lucas Cattell, at Boxing Scene earlier this week that he feels like people want to see brutality in boxing. They want to see someone fight, not dance around. He says, I'm here to break some bones. I'm here to bleed.
I mean, he looks focused, he looks serious, and I like that. I want to see action as soon as the bell rings.
Last saw him scoring a second-round knockout over Ray Corona in July of this year on the Santa Monica Pier as part of the Crawford-Madrimov Fight Week. That was a nice introduction for Lugo to the broader boxing audience, and he's looking to keep their attention here in Atlanta.
We continue with the action. This is OTX Friday Night Fights, powered by C4 Energy. This contest, 4 rounds or less in the super middleweight division. Once again, scoring the action ringside, we have our judges, Pat Cronin, Ed Canner, and Carl Williams. Presenting first, the fighter in the blue corner. Tonight, he entered professional boxing's newest proving ground, ready to test his skills against his first undefeated opponent. With a record of 1 victory, 1 bout even, his lone victory coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Irving, Texas, and representing his homeland of Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo, the Warrior, Mardose Ilunga. Across the ring in the red corner, being presented in association with Queensberry Promotions. This amateur terrorized his opposition with one of the highest KO ratios in USA boxing history, capturing 25 national titles, and tonight he entered the OTX ring an undefeated pro with 2 victories, both of his victories coming by way of knockout. Ripping Marietta, Georgia, the Brick Buster, Nathan with last words and final instructions, referee Thomas Taylor.
Boxer chief second. Okay, right here, gentlemen. You guys, everything in the blue over here is going to be good. Everything from the bottom of the white letters up is good. You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen. Good.
You guys know I like style. I like Lugo's boots, guys. I like those boots.
I do not. You would not wear those Wolverine boots.
They go good with the shorts, with the trunks.
Nah, definitely.
Round 1 underway, and this is a money round presented by the General, who gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most.
I tell you, I like those gloves, the onward gloves. I love that brand that Lugo is wearing. I have a pair myself at home.
Mordecai has to be about 6 feet tall, at least. And he's long, and he seems to be using his jab. This might wind up being a risky matchup, but I like that.
Yeah, I mean, these young fighters, I feel like it's important for them to have tests early in their careers. So if it's dangerous, it'll make Lugo a better fighter.
Lugo is so explosive when he jumps in with the left hook and even the right hand.
Oh, nice right hand to the body. Describing Lugo as one of the hottest prospects in boxing. That's because of the 25 national championships that he won in the amateurs. His brother, Elijah, he's won 26.
Had to outdo him one. Oh, these shots are heavy.
How long do you have to be in the amateurs to win that many titles?
I think Mordecai felt that left hook when he was up against the ropes.
Attack mode from the very start.
Yeah, he's basically, I don't know, he switched to southpaw. He's throwing that jab out, but it's not a real jab right now. I think he felt that power. So much for risky matchup.
Even in the amateurs, Lugo scored more knockouts than any other American amateur since they were tabulated. And his manager, David McWater, who's kind of Boxing Analytics says that on his system, Lugo scored as high as Teofimo Lopez in terms of the way that he rates amateur prospects.
I wish he would have showed me that system that he has.
That's saying a lot. I mean, having knockouts in the amateurs, for those that don't know, you're wearing bigger gloves and headgears, not when you're in a novice class. So that's saying a lot about his power.
All right, stop, no punch, no punch.
Like a young Zab Judah.
Yeah. I used to knock guys out in the gym. Seen it with my own eyes. Wow, great right hands in the body by Lugo.
As opposed to like seeing it with somebody else's eyes. Yeah. So you've seen it with your own eyes.
Meaning it's not just a story. I watched it.
Couple of jabs landing here from Lugo, whose camp says that he does have a good ability to escape. We'll see if he can escape the opening round.
That's all he's been doing really, is just like surviving, moving, trying to get away. And Lugo's doing a good job of cutting off the ropes. And he's actually being defensive minded at the same time by moving his head. Doing a decent job.
Not letting him breathe.
Just missing with a titanic right hand there a moment ago. And we will indeed head into the corners.
Just keep cutting him. I need a little bit more cutoff. Let me stay, when he's orthodox, stay a little off-center to the right. Okay, stay a little off-center to the right. When he's moving like that one, when he's on that bike, do the little pull jab, set him up, punch where he's about to be. Okay, punch where he's about to be. But his legs are weak, baby. His legs are weak. Keep leading him with the jab, lead him to where you want to go, then sit down on the collar. Okay? Big breath, big breath.
Definitely agree with Lugo's trainer. His legs
You're doing much better when you're in the center of the ring. He doesn't want to actually fight you close range. He wants to fight you mid-range, right? So all the way in, all the way out. He's just looking for you to tire out and be impatient, all right? Control everything. Nope. Go to fight.
Two. Right here. Number 2, right here. Guys, cell phones. Gentlemen.
Yeah, a lot of boxers like to fight relaxed.
Order pizza.
Nathan Lugo is obviously the opposite. Certainly he's relaxed about being in the ring, but he has a very different energy than most boxers have.
Yeah, he's tense, but he's able to move. He's able to slip punches, and land hard shots. So maybe this is just his thing.
And, I was saying before the break was over, it seems like he can even fight at a lighter weight. It's like there's room for him to go down.
You're saying he's chubby.
Not exactly. So if he's a big punch at 168, imagine at 160.
Lugo's a guy who likes to talk about how he trains for 5 hours a day, from 5:30 to 10:30 every single day. This right hand to the body there from Lugo. You can tell that Lugo felt that one. And now Lugo back on his jab, popping the head back of Lugo immediately.
Good defense by Lugo. What I like about him is it's not like a traditional style. He has like an awkward style, really tricky, and his timing is really good. See that little step back?
Right, but that's just pulling straight back with your chin in your air, so you got to be careful fighting the bad fighter. Yeah. And that's just, especially if it can become a habit, just pulling straight back like that. Try to pull a counter right there, just missed.
Not taking too many chances here tonight, sticking to the basics, jabbing, kind of going corner to corner on the perimeter.
Rock, when he pulls back, sometimes he slaps the, he catches shots as well. Sometimes he'll raise that right hand and catch a shot defensively.
Right, and right there, Lungo kind of came in, when he pulled back. He just happened to miss, but he could have caught it.
Beautiful counter uppercut there from Lugo a moment ago. Now wraps a nice left hook around the guard of Ilunga, who might be feeling the power of Lugo in this sequence right now. The pressure just keeps on coming from the 20-year-old from Marietta. You can hear that right hand from Lugo.
Good left hook. Good short shot.
Lugo entertaining some exchanges here in the center of the ring. That could be dangerous.
Well, that was beautiful and slipping shots at the same time.
But he's still in retreat mode. gets close, Mordecai just puts his head down and kind of retreats and moves away. He doesn't really want to engage.
Listen for that bell.
Final seconds of round 2, and Nate Lugo has now been extended into the 3rd round for the first time in his career.
Number three.
So Michael Lugo, the father of Nathan, in his corner. Boxing very much a family affair for the Lugos. It was actually Nathan's mother who first sent him to the boxing gym. Then his father later on took on training his son and really rebuilt him, and then built him into one of the more successful U.S. amateurs of all time.
So his mother was his first trainer, you say?
Basically.
So he's kind of doing what his coach is saying, you know, we want you to hold him with the jab, you know, and then punch where his head is going. So punch in the direction that he's moving. Oh.
Two there from Iluka. Now he turns southpaw. Yeah, like we saw in the opening contest with Johnny Mansour, you see Nathan Lugo in with an opponent that is at least making him make some adjustments. He's not putting him in a tremendous amount of danger, but Lugo, again, in the 3rd round for the first time in his career.
And he looks a lot better than he did the last time out, guys. Almost he was smothering his shots his last time out in the OTE arena. He was too anxious to land a knocker. Now he's picking his shots, and a lot better, more improvement this time out.
Nice right hand that landed from Lugo a moment ago. Lugo just grabbing a hold here, might be feeling the effects of that right hand.
Don't do it. Ready? Go.
That referee Tom Taylor is strong.
He's in shape. Any hotel he's staying at, he'll be at the gym if you go to the gym.
Nice right hand to the body there from Lugo, and now the left hand right in the midsection of Iluka.
He's hurt.
Who just got clipped with a chopping right hand. There's lots of time for Lugo to work with here, as he looks to catch the general KO bonus.
Maybe he should wait till the next round and get a little bit more.
Let him go. Let him go. All right, stop.
He's hurt. He's holding on, though.
Still throwing it.
Yeah.
Lugo still firing back, still looking for some answers.
Let him go. Let it go. All right, stop. No punch. How you doing? You good?
Mordecai had a couple of moments, but Lugo is in complete domination in this fight.
Beautiful uppercut to the body from Lugo, and now he brings that right hand up top. Pressure really starting to mount now as Lugo has found another gear of aggression, and that left hook has Iluka in trouble.
Check yourself at all times. Walking away and got caught with a big shot by Lugo.
I think he should save that for when it's time to fight.
Exactly. Just fell on your stool.
Please, protect yourself at least.
Doing like what his coach says, keep him in the corner with the jab to set up that big shot. Not all of these shots landed, but the ones that are landing, especially those right shots to the temple, are hurting Lugo. And that right there is where he had like a mental lapse, tried to walk away and got caught with a vicious left hand by Lugo.
Go to fucking work. Gentlemen, last round, we're going to touch gloves at the bell, okay?
You would think Lugo is losing the way his coach is talking to him.
Get your breath. Big. Let it out. Big. Let it out. You don't fall into the frame.
Scared money don't make money. Let's go make it happen, all right? Let's go. Let's go make it happen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Come here. Hey, last round, keep it clean.
The fourth and a final round, which means we've entered the money round presented by the General, who gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most. But Nate Lugo not giving Ilunga any breaks as he's hunting for the General KO bonus.
Lugo's jab is a power jab. It's definitely a power shot. And his pull uppercut counter is beautiful.
Oh, he just landed as you said that. Good body attack.
These are vicious body shots and chopping right hands from Lugo.
Overwhelming his opponent.
Lugo is being read the riot act by his father, and he obeys orders and finishes the job. Absolute brutality from Nathan Lugo.
The Wolverine
closes the show.
Wow, condition, not breathing hard. I mean, he took a lot of shots. Respect to Lunga.
Well, Lunga debating the stoppage, but referee Thomas Taylor, I think, saved him from a more brutal ending. Certainly did not like the body language of Ilunga or the direction that was headed, Brock.
No, not at all. I mean, he really wasn't competitive. And that's the thing, like, just because a fighter's not laying on his back, he's taking a lot of shots. We gotta care about these fighters. And that's the referee's first job, is to protect the fighter.
There's a lot of pressure being laid. I want to see back here, okay? You can stay here. We're not going to bring this together.
All right, we are ready to make this one official.
Inside the OTX ring, an accumulation of punches forces referee Thomas Taylor to step in and call a halt to this contest with an official time of 44 seconds of the fourth and final round, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, remaining undefeated and taking home the KO bonus presented by the General, the Brick Buster, Nathan Lugo.
So the Brick Buster, Nate Lugo, cashes another KO bonus here at the Corey Studios. He had to work for it more than he had to in previous fights, Barack, but he got the job done in the final round.
Yeah, but it's good. And another young fighter who stuck to the game plan, was defensively sound, and got his fighter out of there.
A knockout artist in the amateurs, and he has been the same in the pros. Still just 20 years of age.
I want to see him step up the competition just a little. You know, just a little. I want to see what happens with a fighter that's going to take a couple of steps in when you're just, you know, pulling back with your chin in the air, and see how he reacts when a fighter that's going to come in and throw those shots and possibly land on that chin. But I like what I saw tonight.
All right, looks like the Brick Buster is standing by with Ak.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations, big finish. You talked about not being happy with your performance last time out, as Britain gives you the money bonus. What changed from the last time out and this time? Because you look more composed, you didn't rush your shots, you picked your shots.
Yeah, I was trying to adjust a lot more, but I still feel like I haven't acclimated to the pros all the way, because I was still looking for strong shots instead of setting my combos up and having him trapped just with my jab. I was jabbing him, but I wasn't trapping him with my jab. And I still have a lot to do in pros, because it's a lot different than amateurs.
Do you think that being active and fighting maybe a lot of times in 2025 will help you acclimate?
Oh yeah, just, you know, experience takes time, and like this fight gave me more experience, and so the next one. And I'm gonna adjust, and my style's gonna be completely different.
you're okay with being labeled as a guy, as a knockout puncher, a knockout artist, and that's what you aim for every time in the ring?
Yeah, I definitely try to knock people out, and that's what I feel like I need to work on, because I'm trying to knock them out almost too much instead of setting it up with combos and have the knockout shot at the end. So that's what I mean. Like, I definitely want to be a knockout artist, and it's going to keep getting better from here.
Anything in mind that you want to spend that bonus money on?
It's just I got a baby boy on the way, and I want to treat his mom really good, and that's going to be my future wife. So we're going to have some fun with that.
Well, enjoy this win. Great performance. Looking forward to seeing you again, Jake. Guys,
don't leave him hanging out. Thank you.
So Nate Lugo remaining undefeated as we take a look back at the action here. Mordecai Ilunga, listen, gave Nate Lugo an experience that he needed, gave him some rounds,
yes.
But ultimately Lugo just a different caliber here tonight.
And at the end of the day, you can learn from your wins as well. And if you listen to the young man, he learned. Like, these shots were all good. All of these shots are great. They're landing. But at the end of the day, you're throwing power shots, and he sees them coming. So he's bracing for them. He's ready for them. Set it up. Cover the face with the jab. Beautiful.
Here's that final flurry.
It was just too much.
And an empathetic decision from Thomas Taylor, giving Nathan Lugo his third knockout victory as we take a look at the CompuBox punch stats. See Nate Lugo, 63 of 264. Mordecai Ilunga, 32 of 163. Ultimately, a lot more power, a lot more velocity on the shots of Nate Lugo all night long.
I mean, you're averaging about 15 hard shots landed per round. It's tough to beat a kid like that, man. I'd love to see him step it up a little bit in competition, but I like that he learned his lesson, you know? And even though, job well done, but I like that he learned his lesson even in the win.
He has 3 fights, Barack. Relax, he has time.
Nate Lugo, a man who many project as a future world champion. Speaking of which, coming up next, we have our very first world title fight. The IBF champion Femke Hermans defending her title against the Olympian O'Shea Jones.
The winner of this fight will definitely be seen as the greatest.
We're back, baby. Misfits 19.
Look what I do to my... I break faces. You said you'd break my jaw if you ever saw me. You've been nothing but salamu alaikums when you see me.
Are you ready? Live on the zone. Pay-per-view.
See the size of me, the shoulders, the width. I'm way bigger than you.
The world was against me, and I still win every time.
Qatar card. It's gonna be crazy.
I promise you. You'll around to find out.
You're gonna be waking up on the floor.
Do you think we're gonna have a wager?
When you gotta fit 29 hours into a 24-hour day, I know I'm good when that C4 hits. It's go time! Hello? Ni hao. Bonjour. Because before you know it, it's another day and you gotta be ready to go. So let's f***ing go!
It's showtime, and there's no better way to win on boxing than with DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, you can get this knockout offer and take your shot at victory during the big bout. Feel the boxing action from the opening bell to the final blow with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app, enter the promo code, and get in on this great offer before the first punch. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
It is time for the very first world title fight in OTX history. The IBF 154-pound champion Femke Hermans taking on this woman, O'Shea Jones, a minus 300 favorite as the challenger. But Femke Hermans, as a plus 235 underdog, she's been in this position before. In fact, to win her world title, she was a betting underdog when she defeated Mary Spencer on the road. And now we're gonna take a look at the tail of the tape. You see the measurables, identical in terms of height. Femke Hermans with a little bit of an advantage in terms of reach, and Herman certainly a specialist when it comes to sticking and moving on the outside. Can the 34-year-old Hermans hold off a future star in O'Shea Jones? Let's take a closer look at the defending champion.
My name is Femke Hermans. I'm the current IBF and IBO world champion. I'm coming from Belgium and I'm planning to stay world champion. My boxing style is I like to move, use the technical work. I'm a mix of everything. This fight isn't any different for me because I've taken all of my world titles in other countries. So O'Shea Jones, her style, she's somebody who starts really quick. For me, the fight will be in the ring. I heard she likes to dance, so I will dance with her.
Making her entrance, the defending world champion, Femke Hermans.
She takes on the Olympian O'Shea Jones. Let's take a closer look at her.
O'Shea Jones.
This is my moment, this is my time. I won't let it pass me. My prediction for this fight, I will be winning the IBF and IBO World Championship belt.
Oh my goodness!
It feels great to be fighting in my first world title fight. My hard work is finally paying off. It's my time to take these belts. It's belt season. We stacking them belts.
Making her ring walk, the challenger, O'Shea Jones.
They say fake it till you make it, dog, that ain't my style. I'd rather get it out the mud and stay 10 toes down, cause I'm evil. You niggas bunch of fakes, snakes, don't wanna be great. Out of shape, always late. All that coolery, deflection, fake jewelry ain't fooling me. And truthfully, y'all niggas not cool to me. Prove to me, take a trip to school with me. Boy, you cannot sit here, you can't eat your food with me. You'll never be as cool as me. True to the league, true to the game, true to the pain. Honestly, I've been way too nice to too many lanes. I got a face, I can't fake it, can't wait to make it. I can crave it, I can taste it, I can say it. They wanna shake my hand like the end of the game, but when you talking about real, you better mention my name. I can't fake it, nah, I can't fake this. I can't fake
What a moment for O'Shea Jones, who brings her nieces to the ring with her here tonight. A bronze medalist at the Olympics, a gold medalist at the Pan Am Games, and hoping to score professional gold here tonight.
We continue on professional boxing's newest proving grounds. OTX Friday Night Fights, powered by C4 Energy. This is our co-main event of the evening, set for 10 rounds. On the line, the IBF and IBO Junior Middleweight Championships of the world. Our officials, IBF President Daryl Peoples, Supervisor Melvina Lathan. For the IBO, President Ed Levine, Supervisor Hilton Whitaker III. Our judges scoring ringside, we have Pat Cronin, along with Ed Canner and Carl Williams. Presenting first, in the blue corner, this pioneer of Belgian women's boxing crosses the Atlantic and makes her OTX debut and her 23rd bout as a pro with a record of 18 victories against only 4 losses, and 7 of those victories coming by way of KO tonight, defending her IBF and IBO Junior Middleweight Championships of the world. From Londerzeel, Belgium, Femke Thunder Hermans. Across the ring in the red corner, tonight, this 7-time national amateur champion and 2020 Tokyo Olympics bronze medalist enters the OTX ring in her first world title bout with an undefeated record of 7 victories. 3 of those victories coming by way of KO. Representing Philadelphia, PA, O'Shea Sugar Jones. With last words and final instructions, referee Malik Waleed.
Okay, ladies, you both have been given the rules. I'm expecting good, clean boxing. When I say break, stop punching, take a full step back. Remember, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to you both.
Well, this world title fight feels like a battle of the generations. Femke Hermans was fighting on HBO against Claressa Shields, helping usher in an era that we now know as normal, having women's world title fights on American television. O'Shea Jones grew up watching those fights, but she feels like this is the beginning of a new era.
And you know, Corey, that plays a part when you've been in under those big lights. So we're going to see if O'Shea can deal with that experience today.
Round 1, this one's scheduled for 10, and we've entered the money round presented by the General, who gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most.
And just to start the fight, Femke lands a short, not powerful, but right hand.
One thing we saw out of Hermans in her title victory over Mary Spencer, really the way that she won that fight off, is because Hermans just did not have any hesitation. She consistently got off first. The question will be, can she think as quickly as O'Shea Jones, who is very confident in her offense?
Yeah, I mean, she's a decorated amateur, very skilled. She's in the Boots camp with Bozy and training with guys like Boots Ennis. She's very comfortable. This young lady spars with men. So I'm not sure if Femke is going to give her anything that she hasn't seen outside of the experience.
Hermans missing over the top. That left hand, you see Jones getting to the inside, landing to the body. She feels like body shots will be a key for her here tonight, and perhaps a pathway to a stoppage as well.
Right. But obviously, immediately you can see, Corey, that Femke has experience. She's tricky. She knows when to clinch. She knows when to counter. So, not going to be an easy task to this world title for O'Shea.
See Hermans already giving Jones different looks, switching consistently.
I like how Jones is getting underneath that jab, though, and getting close at the right distance as she lands a good right hook.
Work once more from O'Shea Jones, but a nice left hand connected by Femke Hermans, the champion, who takes a spill right at the end of the round. No knockdown, justifiably.
Kind of grazed it with a shot, but it was more of a trip than anything.
That'll do it for round 1 as we send it over to Barack the Boxing Bully.
All right, I'm here with the quote. Oh, she got to put her shades on. Okay, she's ready. How you feeling? Because you're quiet today.
I'm just watching O'Shea work. You know, this is her world championship fight. I fought against Femke a few years back. I know she's very awkward, so it's going to take her a few rounds to figure out, maybe 2 rounds.
I know you fought her, and you beat her every single round. She didn't win not 1 round on any of the judges' scorecard. So did you give her any advice?
Nah, I told O'Shea if she needed me in camp, just to call me Machine Eaton. So I think O'Shea got it figured out. She going to the body early in the round. She landed some big shots. I think O'Shea got it figured out.
All right, last question. You was going crazy on Twitter last night. Are you going to fight a man soon? Because you're mad at a lot of people.
Nah, I'm going to fight at the heavyweight division again. Hopefully go undisputed and then have 3 more fights this year against the top women and go from there. But that's about it.
4-time undisputed. Nobody's going to top that ever.
You never know. But I'm trying to break records and make history.
Thank you so much, Barack. Thank you to the quote.
You know, I agree with Claressa, Corey. I think that, it'll take her some time to really adjust to Femke's awkward style, but I think she's getting comfortable in the second round.
Well, It's also important to point out kind of the jump in levels here, because for O'Shea Jones, fighting against opposition like Miranda Barber, who she outlanded 178 to 37, you basically go from that right into world title fights at 154.
Big jump. And O'Shea talked about wanting to end this fight in knockout. And her approach is speaking that in volumes as she lands a big right hook there.
Nice counter right hook there from Jones. Chopping left hand. Nice reply from Femke Hermans.
Corey, I think that what will work for Jones is starting those exchanges with the jab so she can be at the right distance, because when she gets close to the ropes, she's a bit smothering those shots. So I think the jab will serve her well.
Nice right hand right down the middle there from Hermans. Again, the constant stance switches from Hermans have been tricky to opponents at very high levels before. But Jones doing some good work here on the inside.
She's dealing with that pretty good, Corey, but you're right. She's a bit tricky, but I think O'Shea, as she lands a good right hook there, is getting at the right distance that she needs to be in to land those big shots.
Closing moments here of round two. Hermans maybe thinking about hustling a little bit to try and steal around. But a good counter to the body there from O'Shea Jones. And a beautiful left hand that staggers Hermans at the bell.
I think O'Shea sees every punch that's coming from Femke.
And this is a 10-round fight at this pace. Can these ladies deal with that output for the full? Wow, good right hook land.
That was a nice way to finish that 3-punch combination for O'Shea. Kind of like...
Pas de problème alors. Getting close this stuff with some shots. Sit down and stop doing this. Leaning in when you do it. Bing, bing, bing. Put them together. Put the body in. You're doing good. That stab jab to the body too. And I want to see some fakes. Yup. That stab jab to the body. Round three. Round three.
Round three underway. O'Shea Jones doing some of her best work at the end of round two. It looked like she might have had Hermans hurt right at the end of that round. Hermans trying to bounce back as Jones just misses with the left hand.
I think she might have missed with that shot, but caught her with an elbow by accident.
Headbutt there.
Flash of heads there. Abrasion forming on the forehead of O'Shea Jones. Right hand right down the middle. We see Haven Brady, close friend, describes O'Shea Jones as a sister. Very invested in this one. Both of them part of that Mosietis camp in Philadelphia. Shot there from Hermans, but back comes Jones. Nice right hook on the inside.
Also, Khalil Cole, top prospect. He suffered a loss recently, but he's bounced back in the gym. Her boyfriend, Khalil Cole, there. A big stepper.
That's a big right hook there from O'Shea Jones. Fly from Hermans again.
That headbutt has a little nugget on Jones's above her right eye.
Good left hand by O'Shea.
Was a bit pushed though in that snap. That was the hardest shot.
That was a right hand as well from Femke Hermans. Might have been the hardest shot that Jones has been hit with as a professional.
Probably.
No, I think the headbutt was the hardest shot.
Closing moments here of round three.
I like the way she spinned her there and put her on the ropes, up back to the ropes. There goes Marat. She did it. She did it.
That's the head clash right there. and that knot just swelled up so quickly. Boom. And she just paid her back with a nice straight left.
Be careful. Don't run in. Go behind your jab.
And like you said, it was more like a push.
Stop going to the head so much.
She landed two left hands there.
Gotta protect the body, then go up to the head. You know what I mean? You got me? Deep breath. You're doing good, Shay. Yo, but Shay, stay behind the jab. Keep stabbing the jab to the body. Jab to the head. Go to straight to the body. Come up top. Put on combination together. You're doing good, Shay. All right. Just work on, make sure your balance is right. You know what I mean? Yeah, good shit.
Round 4. You all right, Nick? You all right? Okay.
Round 4 now underway.
Posey said to her in the corner to go in with the jab.
So Brian Cohen in the corner of O'Shea Jones as well. Cohen has been involved over 49 women's titles of all sorts, as O'Shea Jones getting a little bit creative and expanding what might be a legal punch in boxing.
We gotta find a name for that. Please show that in the replay.
You know, when these young fighters get in the zone, I'm not upset at it. Wasn't a hard shot.
Nice right hook to the body from Jones there a moment ago. Again, we mentioned the dramatic step up in opposition for O'Shea Jones. You take a look in Jones's corner as well. Jones going back downstairs with the left hand to the body. And that's just the reality of the depth of the 154-pound division in women's boxing. You see this a lot. You kind of go from a handful of developmental fights right into a world title fight. And O'Shea Jones is looking up to the task.
Absolutely. You're fighting somebody with 15 losses, and the next one you're fighting a seasoned veteran that's a 2-division champion.
And is currently a world champion. But you know, like we saw last week, guys, when Femke is from a right-hand stance, they're clashing heads a lot, like we've seen with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano.
Big right hook there from Jones, and she snaps Herman's head back with a nice left hand. These are the exchanges that Jones feels that she can catch Herman's in the midst of.
This is a fighter with 7 fights.
What a shot!
Oh, that
Jones
shot.
right at the end of the round.
That shot hurt. That shot hurt.
Femke shows some grit and guts there. She can take a good shot because she took some good ones in that round.
That's good. You see when you put the punches together. Stop going to the head so much. Use the jab to the head, then go to the body.
Oh, there we go. We call that the over the top. Wow. And then she tried it again. Oh, that was a great shot by Hermans. But she turned around, boom. Protect yourself at all times.
Trying to get a lick back.
That's a second 360 tonight.
Take a look at the punch stats here. You see Herman's busier than O'Shea Jones to this point in the fight. Jones outlanding her 62 to 32. And one thing that Jones has talked about during her development is working on being less emotional in the ring. She felt that in the early stages of her career, when those types of exchanges happened, her emotions could take over and she could get a little wild. You saw in those replays, guys, she got hit with a terrific right hand from Hermans, but did not get out of control. And in fact, hurt Hermans worse at the end of the round.
Right, she stayed focused and she picked her shots instead of just going crazy.
And I have to say that, you know, going into this 5th round, I'm impressed with O'Shea's condition. Her pace hasn't slowed down at all for the first 4 rounds.
And it seems like she's not really getting confused by Herman's switching southpaw to orthodox.
I think clashing of the heads is happening more than she would want because of that.
For that right hand once more. Just fell short with it.
Oh, good time. Good time with the check right hook.
Right hand and a clash of heads simultaneously there from Hermans as these troubles continue. Jones blocks Hermans into a nice right hand of her own.
I think O'Shea needs to start thinking about going to that body as well. Femke's been able to take some big shots and maybe start to break it down in the body.
I think it's just been just too many head clashes. Too many.
Good body attack.
Showing a much different look here tonight than we saw against Mary Spencer. Hermans a lot more aggressive, loading up on shots, and it's making for a fun world title fight right now.
Listen, she knows that she's 34 years old and she wants to go back home to Belgium with those belts. She just got her hands full.
She's fighting a young, talented woman in Jones. Oh, great combination by O'Shea Jones.
Hermans trying to hold off the next generation as Jones is pouring it on at the end of the round.
Jones is trying to stop her.
She said it in the fighter meetings during the press all week. She wants to score a knockout tonight.
She said she wouldn't be happy if she doesn't score a knockout.
Yo, don't forget, bring your hands back up. You hear me? Bring your hands back up after you do that. But she ain't really doing that. You know what I mean? When you do walk around inside, yo, bring the feet, start hooking them shots. Real hard. You hear me? Deep breath, Shay. Deep breath. Shay, you hear what I said? Dry towel. Plant your feet and start sitting down. You hear me? And start ripping them shots. Don't stop. Once you hit it with a shot, don't take your time and go to it. You hit it with a shot, you do like this.
Beautiful, beautiful left hand by O'Shea Jones. That momentarily stunned Hermans. And she put her hands high because she's getting hit with the head a lot.
Let's go, seconds, let's go.
We got an exciting fight here, and I credit Femke for engaging and wanting to hold on to those titles.
See the mouse underneath the left eye of Femke Hermans. She's pawing at it as she comes out of the corner. The damage really starting to mount on the face of the champion right now.
Beautiful timing by O'Shea. And Femke, she is fighting.
She didn't come here to lose those belts, but not at all. Starting
going back down to the body.
That back leg, jump up, and she's throwing that jabs.
Right. The heart is there with Femke. It's just a big difference in technical skills.
Oh, and again, to go back to the punch stats we saw a couple rounds ago, Hermans is often the one taking the initiative. She's not hesitating in any way. She's just losing the hand speed and accuracy battle with a younger, fresher opponent right now. But as I say that, Hermans lands a right hand right down the middle.
Yeah, she's landing. O'Shea is obviously landing the hardest shots, but Femke is landing shots. But to your point, just O'Shea is beating her to the punch and getting in the right position to get her shots off, picking her shots well.
This is
as she landed a short chopping right hand.
Just gets there first with the right hand.
And O'Shea's throwing hard shots, but the thing is, Femke, she just has this habit of leaning in every time with her head and her punch. And so the shots that get landed is harder on her.
This is some of the best work that Hermans has done in this fight. Two big right hands, rock the head back of O'Shea Jones, and now starting to smother Jones a little bit.
You're right, Barack. She's almost leaning into the shots.
Right, exactly. So you're making it harder on yourself, but she is letting her hands go in this round. So this is probably her best round. Not to say she's winning it.
I think the ref, it's about time the referee gives him a warning from clashing heads. Femke's kind of leaning into
every time. Yeah, this was her best round, and she landed a couple of shots on O'Shea when she was against the ropes. 2 shots by O'Shea to the body.
I think O'Shea was... touche pas, mets ton swing, tu vas lui arracher la tête. Tu sais le faire. C'est un super bon combat. Arrête de penser le contraire.
On December 21st, will it be repeat or revenge as Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury will run it back for a second time with the heavyweight title on the line? A reminder, you can buy that now on DAZN.com. Quickly, guys, who do you like in that fight?
Fury.
I like Fury.
Round 7.
I'll second that.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Okay, let me see it.
I think he's going to come back different.
Still halfway through this fight. Plenty to go.
This is very new territory. Again, Hermans is on a bit of a roll with that right hand. There are a lot of eye-catching shots landed by the champion, and there is perhaps some concern about what Jones will look like in the second half of a world title fight.
You're right, Corey, and I would give Femke that last round. She landed the bigger shots.
I wouldn't even say bigger shots. I said she just landed shots. But she just landed a big shot earlier that actually snapped O'Shea's head back.
You referenced this during Hermans' ring walk, but Hermans is a logistics manager at a warehouse back home in Belgium. She has worked sometimes up until the day of the weigh-in. When she won a world title, she went back to work the next day. She got off the plane from Belgium and went right to the warehouse.
Yeah, her manager is calling her back saying, you better be back on time on Monday.
She actually has a shift tonight after the fight.
Well, it speaks to the character of Hermans in situations like this. She has never found an obstacle in her career that she hasn't felt that she could overcome.
And you know, she said in the fighter meetings, Corey, that she doesn't have an agenda on making boxing a full time. She feels like she's going to continue to be a logistics manager moving forward.
I think O'Shea Jones at the press conference questioned the heart of Femke Hermans. I think she's getting her answer right now.
Absolutely.
I just think maybe she just needs to catch her second win, O'Shea. And I think she works best when she's countering. Like that.
Well, that was the lead shot.
No, but she punched right when she saw Femke about to punch.
It's good work from Jones down the stretch. But this is another good round for Femke Hermans.
Little test for O'Shea Jones there in these last couple rounds.
So when you hear that knock, when you say 30 seconds, whatever they do, let your hands go. Let your hands go. That jab, almost that jab.
So I believe O'Shea has some rounds in the bag, but this round right here looked really good for Hermans. This whole round, O'Shea had her mouth open, so she was probably a little bit tired, and she was able to get caught by right hands like that, and at the same time give her some shots back. But Femke looked really good in this round.
Ok.
She came out with a sense of urgency the last two rounds.
Well, two things about Femke Hermans here, guys. Number one, you go back to her first win over Mary Spencer. She won that fight really with a late surge, the second half of that fight. The other thing that we're privy to, Femke Hermans was just getting her gloves put on during the second round of the Nathan Lugo fight. So perhaps she was not fully warmed up the way that she wanted to, but in the second half of the fight, I think we're seeing the version of Femke Hermans that we expected.
Seems like she feels a little bit more comfortable in there at this stage of the fight.
She actually seems like she's throwing harder shots now.
You know, sometimes you can take a fighter's shots for a few rounds and then start to kind of be immune to those shots and not be hurt anymore.
Oh, that's a fact, but then I'm wondering how she started throwing harder shots now. And usually a person that switches as much as she switched doesn't have the good balance to throw the hard shots.
She's still falling into O'Shea's, space there. That's why I think O'Shea needs to throw the jab just to get her at the right distance to land that big left hand as she lands a good combination there.
Couple good check hooks there from O'Shea Jones. Now just misses over the top of the left hand.
Yeah, that was a nice combination by O'Shea. You throw the jab and then step to the side. Throw the hook.
about the variety of different looks that Hermans can show you. We've seen movement, we've seen a southpaw stance, and now we're just seeing basically all-out pressure.
I think these last few rounds is going to be very telling here, Corey. I think O'Shea needs to close the championship rounds clearly.
Jones getting the best of that exchange a moment ago.
This is kind of like what Khalil Cole went through the other night, where he was winning, obviously the better fighter, faster, more sharp, and then, you know, just the pressure kind of overwhelming.
I still think the ref should warn Femke with the leaning forward with the head.
God, she just threw her head right there.
Good body attack by O'Shea.
Jones landing to the body.
This is a war.
Hermans making it a war here in the second half of the fight.
On est super fiers, on est super fiers. C'est le mode de prize, hein.
Et la meuf,
Toi, t'entends bien? T'entends du jus? T'arraches tout. T'arraches tout.
Ça va?
Ah bah t'arraches tout de roue.
Tu donnes tout.
On verra savoir.
Tu te précipites pas.
Bien
Intelligent.
respirer.
Intelligent.
Je supporte pas tes coups, hein. Oui, mais ça, c'est son jeu avec le public, hein. Ça, on le savait, hein. Ça, c'est pour ça que t'as des bleus, hein. C'est pas des coups de poing, c'est des coups de tête, hein. On le sait, hein. Elle n'a pas d'autre choix que de faire ça que de montrer.
C'est là que tu vas gagner ton combat ici, hein.
Ouais. T'es une vague.
Those punch stats telling the story of this fight right now. Fascinating. Hermans drastically outthrowing O'Shea Jones right now. Jones a lot more accurate, outlanding Femke Hermans according to CompuBox. And again, we see these types of fights become an issue on the scorecards as Hermans lands another right hand, where just sheer volume can sometimes influence judges. But right now, the power of O'Shea Jones is telling the story.
She landed about 4 right hooks in a row. First she set it up with a double jab and then the right hook. It's beautiful.
I guess that she wants to close out these championship rounds.
Maybe she got her second win now. Nice timing by O'Shea with the hook. But Femke is not giving up.
Regardless of how this fight ends, Corey, I will know this, that O'Shea Jones will have newfound respect for Femke.
And whoever wins this fight earned the championship tonight.
100%.
Haven Brady getting very vocal right now. Hard right hand connects from Hermans. Inside the final 45 seconds of round 9.
Oh, God!
A vicious collision of heads there, but no break in the action.
You know, these 2 rounds, it's going to take a lot of grit, heart, and effort. Not so much skill to close this fight out.
Left hand comes over the top from Jones there a moment ago. And another one.
No, but see, I think it's the skill that wins the fight, especially when you're O'Shea, when you know you're good with your defense. You see you slip shots, come over the top of the left hand. Look, you're making a miss.
She's moving her head in between those shots.
That's what's going to win this fight.
She wasn't doing that the last couple rounds. I think Bozy might have given her that advice in the corner.
One round to go in the first world title fight in OTX history.
That's a good round for O'Shea.
Yes. I say she wins that round.
Let them hands go. You got this.
We got to fight, boys.
Let it go. Last round, sir. Who we boxing the round? 1 minute, right? You only got 2 minutes. Let that stuff go, sir. Let everything go. Come on. You the world champion, sir. Come on. 1 more round. Let's show him. Let's show him why you the world champion. You hear me? You hear me? Close it. Yeah. Huh? Put water on her back. On her back. Last round. Sir. Let your hands go this round. Let it go.
So the quote, Claressa Shields, Elijah Pierce, and David Lopez sitting behind them as well. He cleaned up to get out here to watch this one, and this has been a fight that is deserving of the world title billing. The IBF champion, Femke Hermans, the veteran, trying to hold on to her world title and trying to hold off the new generation and O'Shea Jones as we enter the money round presented by the General, who gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most.
Guys, has Femke done enough to make this fight close enough where O'Shea Jones needs to win this round big in order to close this fight out?
I'm not sure of that. In my head, it was maybe three rounds for Femke. I just think the other rounds were clear for Shea. I agree with you.
Those are clear shots landing right now from O'Shea Jones. Man. And another left hand raining over top.
What a fight we have here, boys, for the first championship fight on OTX.
Right, I think O'Shea got to go back to the slipping and punching. Slipping and punching. There you go. Good countering. The countering is her best bet. You don't always win those exchanges when you're both just throwing shots.
Yeah, Jones has had a lot of success just getting her head down, rolling underneath, and countering to the body. There she does it again.
And Femke's not letting her up.
You know, O'Shea might be a little gassed out, but she's going on for fumes and really putting it all out on the line to get those titles tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, and that, frankly, guys, also caused a lot of headbutts, too. Not only beautiful check right hook from Jones, you've got the southpaw and orthodox dynamic sometimes in this fight. And you got one fighter going from low to high. It's going to get a little bit messy.
I think O'Shea is just totally frustrated.
Kind of like a
huge left hand connects from Hermans. And if O'Shea Jones is becoming world champion here tonight, she has earned every moment of it.
Yes, sir. Corey, couldn't have said it better myself.
This was an incredible fight. First championship fight of OTX.
Let's give ourselves a pat in the back there, fellas.
We didn't do nothing.
We're OTX.
Listen, there might have been people out there, Barack, who thought that it was just a formality that O'Shea Jones would walk in and just take this world title. That was absolutely not the case here tonight.
One of those people was O'Shea herself. She said this might be the easiest championship fight. I don't think it was. I think it was tough. Now, I do think she's way more skillful, but it was still tough because O'Shea had about 600 punches thrown at her. Femke came here to take her belts back.
You know what I'm saying?
Hermans, of course, coming into this fight, had more championship rounds than Jones had professional rounds total. Hermans has been in there with the greats of this generation. We saw her hold off Mary Spencer, who was presumed to be the next threat to Claressa Shields. And boy, did she make a stand here tonight, whether she won or lost. This was a tremendous title fight.
She can hold her head high no matter what.
All right.
But it's up to the judges.
Scorecards are in the ring.
After going the distance inside the OTX ring, we consult the official scorecard to determine a winner. Judge Kander scores about 97-93 in favor of Hermans. Judge Cronin, 96-94 in favor of Jones. And Judge Williams scores about 97-93 in favor of the winner by way of split decision. And the new IBF IBO champion of the world, O'Shea Sugar Jones.
Oh, O'Shea Jones, the new IBF junior middleweight champion. The gold is coming home to the Glass City. You heard the scores. 96-94 for Jones, 97-93 for Jones, and then 97-93 Hermans. We floated that as a possibility, Barack, particularly because of the volume of Hermans, some of the eye-catching shots. We predicted that this could get a little bit messy on the scorecards.
Competitive, that's not a good call. That's not a good call because a lot of those shots, most of those shots was missing by Hermans. But OTX has their first world champion, and congratulations to O'Shea Jones.
First world title fight, first world champion, and that world champion is standing by with Ak.
Thanks, Scott. Congratulations, O'Shea, on winning your first world title. Going into this fight, you said you wanted to make it easy and thought it would be easy. Was it a lot harder than you anticipated?
Yeah, I give her credit. She was a tough opponent. The experience in the professionals really do count, because she went the distance 5 times as much as I went the distance. You know, I was stopping my opponents, and she gave me that good push for a good challenge to see if I can bring out, you know, the beast in me.
You know, you started the fight landing big shots, and kind of midway through the fight, she had a second win, and she started to get a little tricky. What adversity did you face midway through that fight?
You know, just the advantages that she had, like with the more experience, you know, more tricks than I do, you know what I mean, to conserve her energy and take the punch and counter back as fast as possible, you know, other than me taking a punch, trying to find an angle, and then she's attacking again, you know.
Did you feel like you got clashed with the heads a little bit too much throughout the fight?
Yeah, she has the, you know, the Germany style, the overseas style, that jumping in and jumping out. And while I was, you know, bringing the momentum with my punches, she was jumping in with hers, and it kind of affected me, you know.
So when you thought about, you know, being a world champion and this moment right here, when the announcer said new, talk about that feeling.
It just really meant the world to me, because like I said before, you know, it's bigger than me. I don't fight for me. I fight for my family. I fight for the people that, you know, get overlooked each and every day. You know, like someone like Tierra Brown, you know, she been fighting for almost 2 decades and haven't got her world title shot yet, you know what I mean? I fight for her. I fight for anybody who, you know, always wanted to give up. I'm living proof of never giving up and following your dreams, because one day, you know, you can achieve it.
You girls fought a phenomenal, entertaining fight. Talk about the respect you have for Femke.
I have tremendous amount of respect for her, you know. I was trying to sell the fight, saying that it'd be the easiest fight, world title shot, but in reality it wasn't. I give her props, I give her respect, and I'm happy, you know, she even gave me the opportunity to become a world champion.
Congratulations, O'Shea, phenomenal performance.
Thank you. Toledo, Ohio, stand up. Atlanta, Georgia, stand up. Philly, stand up. New Jersey, stand up. We in the building, man. Let's get it.
Let's talk to Femke real quick. Going into this fight, you know, O'Shea talked about, you know, it being easy. You obviously showed that you're a real world champion. Can you talk about the young rising star and how she is as a fighter?
Yeah, it's like I knew it was not going to be an easy fight for you. And to be honest, I think from the 4th, 5th round, it was me who was coming. So I think I did win the fight. But yeah, she's coming up. I think she has heart. She's going for it. But you're really a brawler, so keep on working on working, because for me, I want to be a champion and I want to show my skills and everything. But it's really difficult because you have to do it with 2. But yeah, all of the luck for you, and if you want the rematch, with pleasure.
So you're not done. I mean, you're a veteran in this game. You've been in there with big names. O'Shea wins the title, but you're not done. You want to get back in the ring.
Yeah, for sure I'm not done. It's not like I have done nothing in this fight. And like I said, for me, it was a really close fight. 97-93 is not the reality. It was 96-94 for sure. But I think the championship rounds were for me, and that is what it's all about. So yeah, okay, but it's like this.
I'll ask O'Shea real quick before we get out of here. O'Shea, she feels like the fight was close. She was champion and gave you the opportunity. Would you consider rematching her?
Like I said, I'm going to have to get back to the team, but maybe when I'm undisputed at this weight, I'll give her a challenge to be undisputed.
Okay, there you have it. Everybody in the building, give these ladies a round of applause. Phenomenal fight. Guys.
Thank you so much, Ak. So Toledo, Ohio has a new world champion. It's been a little while since the Glass City had some gold coming home as we take a look back at what was a terrific world title fight. See a lot of these early rounds seemingly going to O'Shea Jones, and in the second half of the fight, Femke Hermans really started to pour it on.
Yeah, she really got her second win. I mean, O'Shea had the faster hands. She was sharp, especially when she was counter-punching. She was good. I think she shot her low, just like she said. Femke was able to conserve some of her energy, take her shots early, and then come back with a barrage second half of the fight.
I tell you guys, I think Femke had great moments in this fight, but I don't feel that she won the fight, and I wasn't happy with the judge that had her winning the fight.
Yeah, 97-93, a scorecard in favor of Hermans. The other two judges overruling at 96-94 and 97-93 the other way for O'Shea Jones. I feel like it's a fight that's worthy of a rematch, and O'Shea seemingly trying to do Femke a solid and saying, hey, I'm going to become undisputed. You can get a title shot at that. As we take a look at the CompuBox punch stats. And again, we mentioned the volume of Femke Hermans only landing at a 14.5% clip according to CompuBox, but that volume, 634, that can be tantalizing for some judges, and certainly the one that scored at 97-93 for Hermans, that's what they were looking at.
Yeah, but this sport is about landing shots, and obviously O'Shea landed a lot more shots than Femke.
So the first world champion in the OTX stable, O'Shea Sugar Jones, our first world title fight in the bank, and we've got our first tournament final coming up next, our main event. The finals of the OTX 154-pound tournament. The Cannon, Brandon Adams, takes on Andreas Katzourakis.
The winner of this fight will definitely be seen as the greatest.
We're back, baby. Misfits 19.
Look what I do to my... I break faces. You said you'd break my jaw if you ever saw me. You've been nothing but salamu alaikums when you see me.
Are you ready? Live on the zone. Pay-per-view.
See the size of me, the shoulders, the width. I'm way bigger than you.
The world was against me, and I still win every time.
Qatar card. It's gonna be crazy.
I promise you. You'll around to find out.
You're gonna be waking up on the floor.
Do you think we're gonna have a wager?
When you gotta fit 29 hours into a 24-hour day. I know I'm good when that C4 hits. It's go time. Hello? Ni hao. Bonjour. Because before you know it, it's another day and you gotta be ready to go. So let's f***ing go.
It's showtime, and there's no better way to win on boxing than with DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, you can get this knockout offer and take your shot at victory during the big bout. Feel the boxing action from the opening bell to the final blow with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app, enter the promo code, and get in on this great offer before the first punch. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
So it is time for our main event, the OTX Tournament Finals. The tournament specialist, Brandon "the Cannon" Adams, the pre-tournament favorite, the favorite in this bout as well, a minus 330 favorite on the DraftKings Sportsbook, trying to fend off the hard-charging underdog, Andreas Katzourakis, who enters this fight under the tutelage of the legendary Ronnie Shields. What a fight this is shaping up to be, and what a journey for both of these men to make it to the tournament finals. As we take a look at the bracket, Adams with wins over Villarreal and Verone, Katzourakis with wins over Abdukakarov and Terry. The two pre-tournament favorites making good on those predictions and meeting in the finals as we take a look at the tail of the tape. You see the height advantage of Andreas Katzourakis. That's there, but it's identical in terms of reach, and you know that Katzourakis wants to make this an inside fight. Can Brandon the Cannon Adams hold off the underdog Katzourakis here in the finals? Well, let's take a closer look at Andreas Katzourakis.
He's gonna be stopped at some point. My power, my stamina, my smartness in the ring. I think I'm a well all-around fighter, and I'm gonna show it tonight. At the end of the day, I already trained, I already did what I had to do, so it doesn't matter what he did, it doesn't matter what he's gonna bring to the table. I know what I'm gonna bring to the table, and it's gonna be more than what he does. I'm definitely gonna win the Super Welterweight tournament. 2 down, 1 to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we cap off the OTX Super Welterweight Tournament. Making his ring entrance, our first finalist, Andreas Katzourakis.
Andreas Katzourakis forged his boxing dreams in a boxing ecosystem in Greece that was basically non-existent. The last Greek world champion was Anton Christophidis, who won the light heavyweight title back in 1941. But since moving to Houston and linking up with Overtime Boxing, the career of Andreas Katzourakis has taken off like a rocket. A Fight of the Year contender against Kutratillo Abdukakarov, a hard-fought victory over Robert Terry, and Katzourakis finds himself on the brink of a world rating after just 14 fights.
Yeah, he's going to have to stay locked in, totally focused, can't have any lapses, and he's going to have to listen to Ronnie Shields at every moment.
I agree with you, Barack. I think both guys have a tough test ahead of them today to get to that point on the road to the WBC world title.
Andreas Katzourakis has a tough test ahead of him as he takes on this man, Brandon the Cannon Adams.
The absolute only person who could beat me this tournament is myself.
The cannon detonates and sends him to the semifinals.
I have everything. I have the it factor. I'm fast, I'm explosive, I'm powerful. Respectfully, nobody has the skill set to beat me. Brandon won't lose this tournament. Brandon Adams will win this OTX Super Welterweight Championship and move on and become your world champion.
Our second finalist, making his ring walk, Brandon Adams.
Between his kiss and makeup, even with the bitter cup, we gave my mother the drink up, and everything we gave up. Stab my back, I came front, still we win, we prayed up. Even when we down, we raised up. Ain't no want, no we need it. Pound the beat of big greedy. We need ours by this evening. No white flag and no treaty. We got the product, we got the tools, we got the minds.
Well, in the taxonomy of boxers, Brandon Adams is basically a unique species. No fighter has had a career quite like his. Being involved in 4 separate tournaments, being a finalist in all of them, making it to the finals in 2 straight Boxino tournaments, winning the contender, and now going right back into the fray in the OTX tournament. No one has chased world title opportunities in the way that Brandon Adams has. A hard luck story in the sport of boxing, who's hoping that a win in this tournament would finally be the breakthrough that he's fought for throughout his entire career.
You know why we love Rocky? Because we love comebacks. and his comeback story is beautiful. He's undefeated at 154 pounds. And we're going to see tonight if he can keep that streak.
He's become a big puncher in this division. And I believe today he wants to make a statement in this division with a big knockout victory. But it won't be easy.
I like this super shredder outfit.
Reminds me a little bit of
Deontay Wilder. Actually, he says that's one of the guys he loves his outfits. He likes that warrior type outfit.
Good job. Kudos to whoever put the outfit together.
We continue on professional boxing's newest proving ground. OTX Friday Night Fights, powered by C4 Energy. This contest set for a distance of 10 rounds on the line. The OTX Super Welterweight Tournament title, the vacant WBC Silver Super Welterweight Eliminator, and the WBA Continental America Super Welterweight title are officials. From the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Jill Diamond. From the World Boxing Association, President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, Supervisor is Julio Time. Our judges scoring at ringside, we have Pat Cronin, along with Ed Canner and Carl Williams. And now, Atlanta, Georgia, prepare to be entertained. The OTX main event is on now. Presenting first, in the blue corner, after earning his place in the finals with 2 hard-fought 10-round wars, he makes his 4th appearance inside the OTX ring and looks to remain undefeated as a professional with 14 victories, 10 of those victories coming by way of KO. Representing his homeland of Athens, Greece, and now fighting out of Houston, Texas, Andreas Katzourakis. In the red corner, being presented in association with Artie Palulo's Banner Promotions. After blazing through his competition in the first 2 stages of the tournament, he takes his place in the finals with an outstanding record of 25 victories against only 3 losses, 16 of those victories coming by way of KO. The former world title challenger and the most avoided and feared fighter in his division, representing the city of Watts, California, the shredded Brandon Cannon Adams. With last words and final instructions, referee Thomas Taylor.
Right here, gentlemen. Okay, we've got some great belt lines here. So everything on the white letters on up, anything from the silver on up is good, gentlemen. You've got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times and listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen. Good.
2 men who in very different ways have forged paths that at different times have looked like dead ends, now have an opportunity to pass through those gates and get the opportunity that they've dreamt of for so long. Brandon Adams and Andreas Katzourakis, the OTX Tournament Finals begin now. And we have entered the money round presented by the General, who gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most.
Guys, we are in an 18 by 18-foot ring with 2 guys that love to knock out their opponents. Love to punch hard.
I think we have an exciting week ahead of us in this main event.
There's no secret as to what Katzourakis is trying to do here tonight. He wants pressure, 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 and to the degree that he can, make this an inside fight. But that can be dangerous, as Ismael Villarreal found out against Brandon Adams in the first round. Adams, a devastating body puncher.
They're both trying to win the war with jabs right now. And look, they're getting inside, but nobody's really letting their hands go inside yet.
I mean, both of these guys are skilled fighters, and this first round, they're not going to let it all out. There's going to be some filling out. There's a filling out process, but they're going to do it with hard shots.
Right hand over the top from Katzourakis there. Wow. Adams comfortable fighting off the ropes. course, inherent dangers in doing that, like that.
Let it go.
If you pull up a little bit too high, right hands like the one Katzourakis landed, those can be available.
Yeah, Katz is looking good on the inside.
Seems like it's part of the game plan to stay in Brandon's chest and work the body.
Katzourakis feels that his youth, his size, his strength, his cardio, that they can overwhelm Brandon Adams. Adams feels that this is the perfect style matchup for him, that he fights a lot of fighters in the Southern California area that are very reminiscent of Katzourakis in the California gyms.
And guys, we've seen Katz get hit with big shots in previous fights. He has a beard, he can take a good shot.
He's smothering Cannon's shot, and he has the leverage because Cannon is up against the ropes. He needs to spin out of there so that he can get his foot in, so he can let go his shots.
Katz is putting some phenomenal work in the body when he brings Adams to the ropes. And he landed a couple sneaky uppercuts there, too.
If you notice, he keeps
right hand from Adams as well.
Right. Katz keeps pushing him back to the ropes, and he comes off the ropes and he's pushing him right back.
Almost like he's not letting Brandon get into any rhythm.
Body work there from Adams. Back off the ropes, flurries to the body, but Katzourakis smothering Adams right now. Wicked body shot there from Adams.
You know he can put a guy down with a body shot. We've seen it right here on OTX.
He's literally just pushing Adams into the rope.
Both these guys are in tremendous shape.
Beat them arms now. And the uppercuts to it. Boom, 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 uppercut. Boom, 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 uppercut on both sides. Okay? Look, if you're in the middle of the ring, you got to turn it. Okay? Okay? Swallow this, swallow this.
Let's see him off, Brandon. You see it. Stay right here for me.
We saw the cut over top of the left eye of Andreas Katzourakis. Referee Thomas Taylor indicating to us between rounds it was due to a punch, so already something to watch for. After forehead to forehead, chest to chest, trench warfare beginning in round one.
This is a phone booth fight here.
Yeah, but Cannon can't allow Katz to keep him on the ropes like that because he's taking away your leverage. When your feet are squared up like that, you can't throw harder shots.
Arm shots is the only thing you can do from the ropes. He needs to make an adjustment in this fight and spin off of Katz and start letting the jab go to keep him at a certain distance, because seems to be his game plan.
Yeah, and if you're Katzourakis and you're Katzourakis' team, you're probably thinking if you could do 10 rounds of this, you'll take your chances on the scorecards. Even if Adams is countering well off the ropes, the visuals of this look good for Katzourakis, who just landed a nice right hand.
100%. I mean, he's put a lot of good body work in. I know Brandon has snuck some good body shots in there, but not enough to slow down Katz. Oh, no.
Low blow?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a look at that in just a moment. That was what appeared to be a very low blow. Let's take a look at this here. Yeah, that is just a full wind-up left hook below the belt.
And Katz knew that he landed it low, and he respected him. And he held off in the second shot.
Sure. No, he gets
and the referee had already told him that both of them had their trunks at a good level. You could see their navel. So anything low is low.
Respect both guys. Wasn't intentional.
No. More than likely it was.
Katzourakis not shy and going back downstairs to the body. Those shots are low as well. But again, in this barrage of volume, those can be tough to see. Look at them trade body shots here on the inside. The intensity picking up after the foul from Katzourakis.
The guys are putting great work. The issue is, to Barak's point earlier, just keeping Adams on the ropes. Doesn't look good, to your point, Corey, to the judges, but also Katz has more leverage on those shots.
Yeah, it's not good. You're in a dominant position. You know, I think that's a good game plan by Katz. But one thing Cannon is good at, he's good at sneaking in some shots.
Like he's sneaky with
definite
shots.
Well, and Adams is not uncomfortable right now. And in fact, if there's a knock on Adams, then there are times when he can be too comfortable in this kind of combat.
And this particular exchange right here, he's showing some really good defense, Adams, even though he's on the rope. Very good defense.
And also, when a guy sits on the ropes like that, he almost can rest and pick his shots. I mean, he's not exerting too much energy.
Katzourakis also has to keep this up for 10 rounds. Wonder if this is a little bit of veteran gamesmanship.
Absolutely.
Let the youngster punch himself out. Or is he being overwhelmed by Katzourakis, as Katzourakis felt he would be able to do? Good round of action.
We shall see.
Looks like he's still affected, Brandon Adams, that is, by that low blow. Super low, almost. Oh, God. He said, please stop. That was 2 low blows right there. Yeah. Anything below the letters, because their trunks are situated properly,
Keep
is
working
low.
like you're working, okay? You don't like that pressure, okay? Everything is good.
Orlando Salida versus
Lomachenko.
There you go. I thought Corey, I wanted Corey's. Good job.
Round 3 underway.
Let it go, guys.
It's been a phone booth fight thus far, and it looks like we are assuming the same position immediately, which is great for television, but with Adams with his back against the ropes, this might not be best for him.
I think Adams needs to start trying to push Katz back as much as he can with the jab to start controlling or setting up some distance. As he lands a jab there.
Right, let it go.
This is obviously Katz's game plan, to push his chest and keep Adams on the ropes.
Yeah, for sure.
Think about what's at stake for Brandon Adams, still riding that residual high of that win over Sergey Bohachuk. We've seen what Bohachuk has gone on to do, a potential fight of the year against Virgil Ortiz, now potentially a fight against Israel Madrimov. If Adams can pick up a win here, big opportunities would seem to be in the immediate future. But Katzourakis looking to put an end to those dreams.
You know, Adams talked about the Bohachuk fight where people were shocked and surprised, but he said he always knew he was that type of puncher. He expected to win that big.
Let it go, Brandon. Get him up, get him up.
For these first 2.5 rounds, we've seen an identical fight so far, guys. Every round.
His right hand there a moment ago from Katzourakis. And guys, this isn't just brutality. There's some very subtle work going on here on the inside.
Skilled inside work. Don't try this at home.
short left hooks are landing by Brandon Adams.
Left hook to the body, and a right hand up top from Katzourakis.
Good right hand.
Adams is trying to counter in between these shots at times and wait for these openings up top.
And Adams is not really getting hit flush up top. His guard is up high. He's catching a lot of those shots.
No, to the degree that you can fight safely on the inside, Adams is doing that. But again, the visuals and who's leading the dance right now, both of those boxes are being checked by Katzourakis in the eyes of the judges. You have to think.
Absolutely, you have to assume.
O'Shea just lost 7 rounds in the eyes of one of the judges.
I think what Katz is landing is some good body shots. As Adams comes back with a few of his own.
Well, this one's starting to look like a bare-knuckle brawl like the ones that this man is involved in. Joe Elmore, one of the most exciting fighters in BKFC, and BKFC 69 is coming up in a few weeks here in Atlanta. Friday, December 6th, live on DAZN. Joe Elmore taking on one of the most legendary boxing gatekeepers, Derek Findlay. No gloves, bare fists, live here in Atlanta, live on DAZN.
I wonder if this is enough action for him tonight.
It's not enough blood for Joe.
No, definitely not enough blood.
Uppercut, stop bringing the hook back. All right? Everything is good.
Take a look at the punch stats, courtesy of CompuBox. A little bit surprising, Brandon Adams out-throwing a Katzourakis right now, 238 to 183, and outlanding Katzourakis.
He was definitely blocking those shots when he was on the ropes, but who knows what the judges are seeing.
Well, again, that as round 4 begins, that speaks to the predicament that the judges are in right now. We're sitting here, and frankly, last round, I assumed that because Katzourakis is the one on the front foot, well, he must be out-throwing Adams right now. He must be leading the dance. That's not necessarily so, and the people counting the punches, they're looking at one fighter at a time. They're looking at this more intently than we are as commentators trying to narrate the story of this fight.
To what I was saying, a lot of those shots are being caught by Adams, though it looks a certain way.
This is a great fight. I like what Adams is doing now. Now he's not letting Katz push him up against him.
Holding his ground here.
Yeah, he's spinning him out and he's holding his ground.
Exactly. That adjustment had to happen to kind of change a little bit of the course of this fight.
Double left hook there from Katzourakis.
See, those 2 shots look really telling, but they were caught by the glove.
Oh, that one wasn't. That was a good shot.
That was a good scraping right hand by Katzourakis. Some of his best work has come with that right hand, just coming over the top.
And now Adams is showing his strength by pushing Katz around.
Not for long, though. He's back on the ropes.
Tried to spin out. Katz caught him with the left hand. Said, no, you're not going anywhere.
This is a very interesting fight to score, guys.
See Adams getting a little bit more leverage on those left hooks. You see creating a little bit more space a moment ago. There it is again, left hook downstairs.
And what Katz is trying to do is lean his left shoulder against you, push you up against the rope, get you off balance, and then let his shots go.
Good 2-punch combination by Adams to get out of that corner there.
Yes.
Yeah, and again, you can't protect everything at this proximity. When you do lean in with the shoulder, the other side of your body becomes exposed, and you see the blood starting to splatter on the chest of Katzourakis. Good body work again by Brandon Adams.
This is where you sidestep so you don't get pushed into the ropes. Now you see that now he's grabbing him actually.
I mean, it's a good game plan by Katz. Brandon is going to have to make a serious adjustment and get off of those ropes. He's doing it in spurts.
Oh, big right hand over the top of Katzourakis again. You see it acknowledged by Adams. There's a nod in the head.
Brandon is putting in some good work right here from the ropes, guys. Really
yes,
good.
He is. That's a terrific right hand right along the belt line. But Katzourakis comes back with one of his own. This is, I think, the clearest round of the fight for Adams thus far.
I think those are the hardest shots he's landed in the fight so far.
These guys are really scrapping here, guys.
What a fight we have here in Hotlanta.
Wow. What a round. These guys are so conditioned.
Failure make that turn. Keep walking him out. All right?
And you know,
he's trying to turn you. You just keep walking. Hold it. All right? Don't stop. How we feeling? Deep breath. Let them out. Stick them arms out. Stretch them arms out. Now give me a deep breath. Okay, now listen. Keep doubling up on that side. On the left side with the body shot. But uppercut behind it. All right? Now start giving me some hooks at the top. Double the hooks up at the top. All right? When you get a little distance, I need both hands going. Okay? This is what we work on. This is what's going to work for you. Keep making it work. Okay? Keep pushing it. Let's go.
You know, one of you mentioned earlier, can't remember which one of you though, that maybe Brandon's game plan is to allow Katz to maybe punch himself out a little bit, because the way he exploded in that round, it almost seems like he was waiting for that.
Well, even if that's the case, you saw in the corner of Katzourakis a guy who's bleeding, smiling, and winking like the like the villain in a slasher film, still coming forward.
Yeah.
But he might be running into Super Shredder right now.
Seems like Katz hasn't punched himself out yet.
I got it. Bro, you're getting, that line's getting low. Got to get him up, please. All right?
It's a hard warning right there to Katz for punching low.
Only thing I don't love about that is when it's close, then you kind of alter a guy's approach because he's scared to throw to
So
the body.
what? So you got to keep your hands up. You got to keep your punches up.
Oh, the shorter shots.
By Katz.
Oh, that's a great left hook to the body from the roast by the cannon.
Yeah, that's a terrific shot. And guys, I think we already are starting to see a little bit of hesitation from Katzourakis to go to the body. And as a result, Adams is just ripping left hooks.
You are absolutely right, Corey. He had that elbow down. But he's smothering Adams. I don't think he knows, because he's not moving that elbow.
He did land a clean body shot there in that other corner. Katz did. So he's still going to the body, but a bit more cautious.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we've described Brandon Adams as an old-school fighter. He speaks with the wisdom of an old-school boxing trainer at times. This is an old-school way to win a fight if he can pull it off. This is like a 1950s fight on the Pat's Blue Ribbon Wednesday night fights. Forehead to forehead, toe to toe, and Brandon Adams working with his back against the ropes.
Good uppercut landed by Katz a few moments ago there in that exchange. I mean, for those that are watching at home, this is a phenomenal close quarters matchup right here. Very entertaining.
Two more body shots there from Adams. Perhaps forcing Katzourakis to take a step back. Yeah. He smiles when he does it.
What an exchange in the middle of the ring. And Katz comes right back.
Nice right hand there from Adams. Body work from both men is just non-stop.
And even up top, both guys have taken some great shots tonight.
The condition you have to be in on either side of this fight to withstand this kind of a body attack. And it looks like this might be the point deduction we were worried about.
No, it's not by the borderline. You're going low. Got to get him up. Good?
He's not taking the point.
Katz being given some grace there. He is lucky to have not been deducted after that shot.
And after that low blow, he hit Adams with 2 shots upstairs. Adams just dropped his hands and ate both of those shots.
Keep showing up this shit. Haven't seen one guy hurt yet.
Well, I do think Katz got hurt to the body with that left hand.
You keep trying to aggressive, keep his head so close with headbutt and shit. You gotta use his forearms. You gotta use his forearms. But
very clear understanding over there. I got it, all right?
You gotta use his gloves. You gotta use his gloves to control it. All right? Control him all the way. Control him the fucking forearms. Whole lot of
man, the brother wants to touch him or come underneath. But it's hard to because he's so leaned over.
He headbutting too much.
I'm a good one.
So let's take a look at this. These are low blows, blatant low blows from Katzourakis. Not saying they're intentional, but these are shots that are going undetected. They're on the other side. The vision of Thomas Taylor obscured there. The low blow is becoming obviously an issue for Brandon Adams, who has to absorb them, but Katzourakis, who is in serious danger of having points taken away.
How even is this fight, guys?
I mean, this is a nightmare to score, but this is a delight to watch.
Yes, after 5 rounds, I can't tell you who's up in this fight.
It's a good combination by Katz. Left hook to the body and an uppercut with the same hand. Oh, beautiful triple left hook.
That's almost 4 or 5 left hooks.
Quadruple left hook.
Trying to get some uppercuts going. You saw one sneak in a moment ago. So many subtle things happening on the inside here, guys. When you're fighting in these close quarters, just the hand manipulation, just subtle things that you can do to try and create openings.
I'm impressed by the defense of Brandon when he's on the ropes.
I think both guys, I think this fight is going to go down to the last couple of rounds. Who's going to close the show, because it's so tough to score.
Absolutely.
There's also the threat, guys, that at some point, this kind of tempo, this kind of violence is just going to take its toll on one man or the other.
Right. Who's going to be the one to take the better shot in the long run? Once you're gassed out, worn out, especially those, sometimes that body attack takes a few rounds, but eventually one of those shots will knock the wind out of you.
You saw Adams doing something interesting there a moment ago, guys. He might do it again here, almost lifting his right arm up to sneak it in between the guard of Katzourakis to make sure that he's tight and defensively sound. You see him do it right now. There it is.
Also,
swinging his way to the inside.
And he's throwing almost a roundhouse triple G type of right hook over the top, on the top of his head.
Nice right hand a moment ago there from Katzourakis.
That's the thing. Adams has to swing out to his left every single time because it's the left hand that's keeping him against the rope. Katzourakis is not letting him go to his left.
Either way, these guys are going to have tremendous respect for one another when this one is over.
Hands down.
Unbelievable physicality here in our main event. This is what you want a tournament final to look like.
Wow.
Hey, guys, is anyone thinking about this fight possibly ending in a draw?
Oh, man, possibly.
Here's what I need from you. I need both hands working. It don't have to be the hard person all the time, but I need both hands working. Bring them under, okay? I need them under, right? I need uppercuts, and then a hard uppercut. Move both hands, give me an uppercut. Both hands, give me an uppercut. Okay? I don't like going to that. I don't need no right hand. Right? Look, I need you throwing 3, 4, and 5 punch combinations.
Yeah, I think Cannon is really relaxed in there, but that was a very good round for Katz, except that last punch at the end that Cannon landed was a right hand. I'm sure it got his attention, but I think that was a great round for Katz.
7. Landed. 7.
And whether he's landed all of these shots or not, he's looking dominant sometimes against those ropes, but I do see how Brandon is catching those shots with the gloves.
It all depends on what these judges are really keying in on, because Katz has been the strong guy in terms of pushing Adam back. But Adam has been defensively disciplined on the ropes in most cases.
take a look at these punch stats. Brandon Adams outthrowing Katzourakis 512 to 364. These are live punch stats from CompuBox. And Adams outlanding him 131 to 97 right now.
Very deceiving.
That's the defense.
And the counter punching, shorter shots.
So Katzourakis punching in between the shots of Adams there a moment ago. Maybe a little bit of a change in the strategy. Tries to find a hook up top.
And a straight right.
Stop. Straight back. Go.
Credit to Katz, too. He's sticking to his game plan and also fighting very hard as he lands a great combination there. The winner is definitely going to earn that $100,000 check tonight, guys.
Good little sequence here for Katzourakis. Some unanswered shots, which hasn't been the case for the vast majority of this fight. It has been you go, then I go. And Adams just ravaging the body of Katzourakis again.
As Katz also lands his fair body shots.
Inside the final minute of round 7. From Katzourakis, punctuated by an uppercut. Sneaky body shot there from Adams.
Wow. Good triple left. Wow.
Well, if you were wondering if these guys train hard and are conditioned for this fight, you got your answer.
If you're wondering what this OTX tournament means, you're finding out right now what it means to both of these men.
Indeed.
The portal that it can open for either of these men who are going at it. What a fight we have here tonight.
This fight isn't over, but it already warrants a rematch.
Not yet. Hold on. We might get a stoppage. You never know.
Tuck the fucking chin, put the goddamn head down, and wipe the fucking face. That's the best shot I see that you got going with him. Besides that, to keep smothering it, you gotta beat the fucking boss in there, B. You know, you gotta take control of the fucking head and keep turning them, mix a goddamn jab around the neck and push him into your shit. All right. But I know we got him.
Number 8, fuck around. Fast punches, fuck around. Keep turning him now. Okay? Turning. Stay close to him, but turn him away, okay? And then go back to moving both hands. You got to move both hands. That's the key to it now. Okay? That's the whole key to it. Come around, man.
We see our tournament bracket, the path that these men had to take to get to the tournament finals. And the terrain is incredibly tough here in the finals for both Adams and Katzourakis, who are putting on a fight that right now is at least going to be mentioned when we talk about fights of the year.
No question.
Let it go, guys.
Adams sticking to that jab now, boxing now in the center of the ring. Good jab to the body by Adams. Oh, good counter.
Nice pull counter from Adams. We suggested that perhaps Adams could be waiting Katzourakis out a little bit. Is now the time when Adams is going to choose to flip the script.
I think his trainer Trevor said you got to box him.
Can't keep getting pushed back to the ropes.
Keep moving. Use your legs. Move. Yeah.
See Ronnie Shields in the corner of Andreas Katzourakis. He's seen a lot of fights that look like this. He was involved in some of them as well.
Good counter by Katz over the top, over the jab of Adams.
You know, we're talking about Adams spinning and getting off the ropes, but credit to Katz for kind of not allowing that at times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ronnie Shields, the master strategist, at this point, just yelling encouragement, saying fight back, fight back. And at some point, guys, fights hit that stage where, as a trainer, you just become a motivator.
Absolutely. Kind of saw that with Boots, Ennis, and Bozy.
I'm surprised I haven't seen a good left hook by Adams to the body anytime recently.
As you say that, Katz landed
a good one.
Good one, too, from the ropes. I think Bryan and Adams is very comfortable fighting, leaning on those ropes there.
Listen, it's rare that in big fights you see a guy win a fight fighting almost exclusively off the ropes. Of course, there are exceptions. Wilfred Benitez, Bobby Chacon, guys like that, sure.
Even Whitaker at times, but look, we assumed early in the fight that Katz might have been doing more, but punch stats told a different story.
Yes.
A tremendous display of inside fighting. A tremendous display of will, of heart, as they trade shots at the end of round 8. And David Lopez on his feet, supporting Brandon Adams, his fellow Californian.
He's trying to come with a hook. Take a deep breath. You got to keep mixing your shit up too. Double up.
I think that was a good round for both of these fighters, but a really good round for Adams, because he basically fought in the middle. He fights beautifully off of the ropes, especially in this scenario right here.
Do what we do in the gym, okay? This is what I mean right now.
We're going into the 9th round, if I'm not mistaken. These 2 rounds, in my opinion, you know, though the punch stats are saying one thing, we don't know what's in the judges' minds.
Right, and also it's about if you're landing hard, if you're landing more punches on the ropes, then maybe the guy that got you on the ropes are landing the harder punches.
Yeah, and remember, these judges aren't counting punches like CompuBox.
Right, so I think it's just wise and smart for Adams to fight him in the middle of the ring. It seems like he can win it that way.
Yes.
2 to go, at least potentially, here in our tournament final. A reminder that we do have overtime rounds. There could be a possibility in a fight like this that has looked about as even as you can imagine.
That would be insane.
It would be like you scripted it, and it would be fitting here in a Hollywood shooting location that something like that would happen here tonight.
Fight Club style.
Take a look at the punch stats. Brandon Adams landing 156 of 672. Outlanding and outthrowing Katzourakis, according to CompuBox, but you see the accuracy of Katzourakis just slightly greater than that of Brandon Adams at the moment.
Slightly better percentage.
Katzourakis really practiced keeping his man against the ropes. Really good job with that.
Good right.
Good right hand.
This is a good space for Brandon. Moving his head, sliding and countering.
And then letting Katz run into the shoulder when you want to come in like that.
Right, just looking to bump Katzourakis off and get that space.
Right. That's a big shoulder to run into.
Sometimes you run into fighters like Katzourakis who just won't take no for an answer.
Oh, he's relentless.
Going to come forward no matter what.
He's the definition of that, Corey.
I was waiting for that shot.
There.
Good shot. He ate it well. Katz ate it well. Oh!
Right hand over the top. That one might have was Katzourakis.
Uh-oh! Uh-oh! hurt. We're used to seeing Brandon Adams throw those haymakers, and when they land, they hurt. Wow. Uh-oh. Katz is a warrior. Oh, no!
What a fight here in Atlanta, Georgia, guys.
Final 30 seconds of round 9. The action somehow just keeps getting better. Blood leaking down the face of Katzourakis. The place that you have to go to be involved in a fight like this is something most people cannot imagine.
Deep, dark
What
place.
a fight we're watching tonight.
Wow. And Katz stumbles back to his corner there.
Oh, Katz.
For a second.
I thought he ended that round pretty good. He landed a good shot, flush shot.
To Corey's point, you have to go to a deep, deep, dark place to fight like that at this level.
I don't want no distance between them.
Both guys basically missing, but then the heads probably came together there. Good overhand right by Adams. And Katzourakis doing what he does. You smother the guy, push him to the ropes.
Beautiful work. We're going to get him right now. Deep breath. Good. Beautiful. Come on.
I can't say enough about OTX and the matchmaking that we've seen this year, guys. Wow.
Well, if you're one of the many fans who have come to the sport of boxing for the first time because of overtime, because of the overtime social media, aren't you glad you did? This is what it's all about. The 10th and final round, the money round, presented by the General, gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most.
And shout to our guy, Brandon, who's responsible for these phenomenal matches.
Brandon looking sharp on his toes. The jab is looking good. It's landing. Good right hand by Brandon. Oh, good left hook.
But Katzourakis comes right back. Take a look at the punch stats once more. 172 of 744 for Adams, 137 of 543 for Katzourakis. If this tempo keeps up, that means that Katzourakis will have absorbed about 200 punches here tonight. And few of them bigger than those ones right there.
And from a hard punch, and Katz still moves forward after that exchange.
Adams has fought 2 completely different styles in this fight.
Very versatile. I can't believe Katz stood up to those shots.
Katz moved forward. He is not stopping. Wow.
Guys, we've barely talked about the scorecards in this one. I think for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's impossible to tell what the judges are seeing in this one.
Right.
If you're scoring by the punch stats, if they're accurate, you can make an argument that Brandon Adams should be ahead right now. But that might not be what the judges are seeing. But more than that, the scorecards are secondary to the tremendous action that we're watching right now.
Yes.
Just appreciate the heart, the guts, the courage of these 2 men.
Well said, Corey. I mean, we're watching something special here tonight to the point, to your point, we're not even thinking about the scorecards, and I haven't thought about it from the start of this fight.
Oh, wow.
These last 30 seconds might tell the tale on who goes home with that 100K.
Brandon's doing an excellent job of staying off the ropes and being fast. Katz is not taking his foot off the gas.
If I was forced to make a decision right now, who wins this fight, I'll lean towards Brandon Adams. But what a fight, guys.
Closing moments of an overtime boxing classic.
Wow. Two men who respected each other before the fight, definitely after. Incredible fight tonight.
And we remind you that in a fight as competitive as this, we could see an overtime round.
Oh, God. Wow.
Imagine what that round looks like.
Smile on the face of Andreas Katzourakis. I'll admit, a little bit of concern on the face of his manager, David McWater.
I'd like to see the punch stats.
We take a look at the final punch stats from CompuBox. Brandon Adams outlanding Katzourakis 183 to 149. Katzourakis really closing that gap. Adams a little bit busier. The question is, what were the judges seeing? The decision is in. Who will be the OTX tournament champion?
After 10 action-packed rounds inside the OTX ring, we consult the official scorecard to determine a winner. Judge Tanner scores about 97-93 in favor of Adams. Judge Cronin, 97-93 in favor of Katzourakis. And Judge Williams scores about 96-94 to the winner by way of split decision. And now, WB Silver Eliminator, WBA Continental Americas, and the OTX Super Welterweight Tournament Champion. From Athens, Greece, Andreas
Katzourakis, your OTX tournament champion. You heard the scores, 97-93 and 96-94 in his favor, and then 97-93 the other way for Brandon Adams. Heartbreak for the Cannon, Brandon Adams, who has been in this exact position before.
Respectful in defeat. Maybe he didn't deserve this loss, as in the past sometimes. Wow.
Ronnie Shields, who spent time with Brandon Adams in the past, going immediately over to him. You see the respect between both of these camps. What a fight. And I'm sure the debate about the scorecards will go on. But right now, the spotlight is on Andreas Katzourakis, who's standing by with Ak.
Thanks, guys. First off, phenomenal fight. So everybody in the building should give both these gentlemen a round of applause. Congratulations. A close, hard-fought fight in the middle of the ring and at the ropes at times. Talk about the challenges that Brandon Adams gave you in that fight.
Man, I don't know what to say. First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank my team. I want to thank the Overtime organization, my management, my coach, Ronnie Shields, Trevia, Nick, everybody being here, my beautiful fiance, all my friends that showed up and that wasn't back home in Greece. Man, Adams, what can I say? Amazing fighter, gave me hell of a fight. I had to fight smart, I had to fight up close to keep his punches and his power short. Amazing, amazing.
You know, from the start of the fight, you were pushing your head into his chest and trying to keep him on the ropes. Yeah. Was that part of the game plan going into this fight?
The game plan was to stay on his chest 10 rounds, and that's what we tried to do. Adams is a very crafty fighter. He ducks with his head. If you don't do it, he will do it. And I think it's going to be harder to fight him this way. He's good moving forward. He's good moving backwards, but he's better moving forward and in the mid distance. So that's what we worked on. That's what we applied. That's what we did.
This fight was very close. He actually outpunched you by 34 punches. Going into that last round, did you feel that you needed to win that round big to get this victory?
No. I felt I had the victory already because I know that some rounds were close, but I felt with my pressure and with the amount of punches that I was throwing, I had the upper hand during the fight. I knew it would be close, don't get me wrong, but I thought I was edging the rounds.
I'm going to bring Brandon in here to talk to him. Brandon, phenomenal, entertaining fight. I noticed you were real comfortable on the ropes, but a lot of those shots that were thrown, according to CompuBox, you were catching and they weren't landing because you did outland him. Going into that last round, did you feel that you needed to win that round big in order to secure this victory?
In boxing, you need to win every round. You need to win every round. I did think that I did more than him. The last round, the last two rounds, the championship rounds also. Man, I don't want to take nothing away from him. I don't want to sound like a poor sport because I love this sport. Lots of headbutts, lots of low blows, and lots of stuff, man, that's out of my control. Honestly, man, like you said, I was catching, you watched the fight, I caught most of every punches he threw at me. I caught, I slipped. That's not what the judges wanted to see tonight.
Do you feel that any of the low blows kind of affected you throughout the fight, your movement from getting hit low?
Not so much of my movement, just as much as me worried about what the referee do see and don't. You know, it's more so of like, how many low blows do you have to take? How many headbutts do you have to get? How many times you get calm for holding when you're trying to relieve the holding? That's it's a part of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's not in my control. I'm not the ref. I'm not a judge. I'm the fighter. So I'm going to do what I can to prevail and win. Tonight, I believe I won.
So, I mean, in hindsight, looking back, do you feel like the game plan in the ropes, catching and shooting, maybe it didn't look good in the judge's eyesight?
I have to go off. Hey. Don't do that, Chop. Don't do that. Still, you don't do that in the ring. No, you did, bro. Listen to me. Yeah, like I said, me catching the punches, is not what they wanted to see. Coming into the fight, the game plan was to fight. Period, point blank. It was to fight.
What do you say about Katz and his performance in that ring, sharing the ring these 10 rounds with him?
Like I said, I won't take anything away from him. He's a tremendous fighter. He's tough, but as far as, skills go, I just feel like I'm more superior. I caught the punches, I landed the cleaner shots, you know what I'm saying? But it's not on me.
I'll tell you what, great fight from both gentlemen, good performance. Looking forward to seeing what's next for you, Brandon.
Sure, thank you very much.
Guys.
Thank you so much, Ak. Respect on both sides of this main event, understandably so. An outstanding main event, but heartbreak for Brandon Adams. And Barack, listen, he's going to have some things to point to here to make his case as we take a look back at the highlights. And this fight was spectacular, but the punch stats he will point to as being in his favor. The other thing, and we don't know how this fight was scored round by round, but that third scorecard that was announced, 96-94 Katz, you could say, and again, we don't know how it was scored by round, but one more round and this fight becomes a draw, or if a point had been deducted for the low blows, which threatened a number of times, this looks a little bit different, and perhaps it's a draw, maybe it starts to swing the other way for Brandon Adams. There's going to be a lot for Adams to chew on here.
Often we talk about, we use the word robbery, and a lot of people feel that Brandon, according to the CompuBox, that he won the fight. But I can't scream. I did have Adams winning, but I can't be that upset about the decision because it was so hard to score.
I like what Adams said. Humble in defeat. He said, you have to win every round. Yes, he might have won in a lot of our eyes, but I think he's going to go back and say, I didn't have to stay on the ropes. If I was able to get off of those ropes those last few rounds and outbox him, maybe that's what I should have done from the beginning. But look at the punch stats. You know, he was busier and he landed more. And I don't know. This is boxing, like he said. This is, you know, this is heartbreaking for him. But they both fought their hearts out, and respect to both of them.
Yeah, and we don't want to take the shine away from what was a fabulous main event here and everything that you could ask for in a tournament final. Andreas Katzourakis, your OTX tournament champion, as we take a look back at the C4 Fight of the Night highlights. The Fight of the Night highlights presented by C4 Energy. Energy that hits. Don't forget to vote on your favorite Fight of the Night on the Overtime Instagram. Listen, the votes are going to go where they go. I don't think there's any question as to what the Fight of the Night was, guys.
Yeah, I think the Fight of the Night was the main event. I think it was really, really good. I think Katz came in here with a game plan. He did it, and he walked away with a victory.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these guys want to move forward to bigger and better things and championship fights in the main event. But if a fight ever warrants a rematch, that's the one.
Oh, absolutely. Co-main and the main event, we should see it again. Lugo unleashed some powerful, powerful shots against Lugo.
Another knockout victory for Nathan Lugo, which of course set the table for a terrific world title fight between Femke Hermans and Andreas Katzourakis. O'Shea Jones and Femke Hermans going at it for 10 rounds. O'Shea Jones taking out the veteran Femke Hermans, who also felt that she deserved the decision.
Yes. I think O'Shea really dug deep, you know, to win those last couple of rounds.
I think O'Shea landed the clear power shots in that fight. I didn't think that Femke did enough.
And then we look back at a classic main event here between Adams and Katzourakis. One that has tremendous replay value. The story of the fight, of course, just the tremendous action, the low blows from Katzourakis that Adams felt were an issue. And those not being penalized might have been the difference when it came to the scorecards. But the family of Andreas Katzourakis and the Greek hero himself thrilled with the result. Once more, you can vote for that C4 Fight of the Night on the Overtime Instagram. What a way to close out the tournament, and what a way to close out the season of OTX boxing. So many innovations, so many tremendous moments all season long. And that concludes the 2024 OTX season. You can join us next time and next year for more fights, big names, and potentially a few new locations. For my broadcast colleagues, Ak and Barak, I'm Corey Erdman saying so long, and we'll see you at the fights. Hey.
Listen up. Let's have it. We know you've always got your eye on the prize, the championship belt. And why wouldn't you? You're a finely tuned, well-oiled boxing watching machine, capable of consuming over 150 fights on the zone every year.
We've gone big, we've gone global.
Churning through combinations, comebacks, and non-stop knockouts. Where are you? With big fights every week, you're the best in the world. So go on, get that belt, champ. The Zone, undisputed.